intro. Y'all ain't ready for this. The disrespect is real.
I don't give a fuck. I'll do it again. I'm not above it. I am that snake bitch.
No, it's okay. You guys are all welcome to trash Queen in the chat. We'll hold a whole panel on Queen.
I am honest to a point, but a lot of the things I talk about aren't true.
Wait, somebody not telling the truth on YouTube? Are you fucking serious? Oh my god. Oh my god.
Got a monster inside of me. You better watch out if your enemy's a road ahead of full prophecy to be the greatest beast the world has ever seen. I feed him every day like the bones clean. I feed him all the hate and he grows me. And he gets claws real big, pissed off quick. And if you cross him, you might drop dead. Metaphorically, of course, settling the sword. Never getting bored, loves the blood and gore. Always wanting more freedom from the source. They don't really understand until they feel the force apart. If you start shit, you'll be heartless in the darkness. Torn apart quick, you left scars ripped. You'll be chewed up and discarded.
Me and my friends, we're gonna find you and we're gonna rip you apart like a wasteland.
Snakes don't get a fucking safe space. If she wants to keep it going, then we'll keep going. If she wants to stop the bullshit, then we'll stop the bullshit. But I'm not gonna fucking sit here and let anybody lie on my motherfucking name.
Bring your app. The fucking link is in the chat. That's
Oh, loose booty, wet panty looking ass boy. Replay that, Queen. Her name is Queen. It ain't really so much Queen. Queen B. Queen B. Queen B. Okay, there. Queen B. Queen B's money. Queen B ain't got no money. Queen B.
She always fucks some shit up. I don't know why PJ doesn't get his ass on a motherfucking leash and get his ass under control. Fuck.
Better than never. I can feel my heart rate, adrenaline pressure. It's stormy weather, lightning, thunder, pouring weather. Yo, I'm a go-getter. Try to do it like me, but I do it better. I got a mind that's clever. The beast inside is competitive as ever. I'm conscious, my subconscious, an accomplice to me. I promise the darkness I can honest believe. But don't cross me, I might lose control of the lost beast. He's locked away inside with the key control by fight or flight.
And I haven't brought it public. You know why? Because someone that I was fucking close to is in the middle of a goddamn lawsuit.
How do I get my hands on your stuff? Because I need something to clean these titty props. My job is just not doing it.
Bring your asses. As simple as that. Come in. I mean, bring it. Bring your asses. Hey, don't get Queen B and her 550, 600 servants. Bring their asses out.
You might have started it, but I'm gonna finish it.
Absolutely. Or go to somebody else's panel. Let me just say Queen B's panel. I'm telling you, we all need to go up on Queen B's panel because that seems where everybody's going. I guess Queen B is like the god of YouTube.
Queen B Escobar, bro.
She's in China just making drugs.
You know, I run the cartel on the YouTubes. I run the cartel here. You know what I mean? Like, because that's what boss bitches do.
Exactly.
Beefing with the Queen B because I heard the stinger sucks.
This lady Queen B with the lip ring is innocent. You two weirdos are being weird. No, I know who this is. You're the lady that was on Molly Go Lightly.
No. You have no doubt QB could hold her own with any female on YouTube. Let me tell you something we all learned a long time ago.
I would fuck her up and drag her from here to China. Let's meet one-on-one.
Writing checks, their mouth can't cash. Bitch, I didn't write a check, my mouth can't cash. I cash all them motherfucking checks.
And I cannot for the life of me understand why people put her on a pedestal. And these allegedly smart people put her on this pedestal like she's something important.
We got to tell you about yourself. It's your fucking old lying ass over there. Is her fucking name obnoxiously relevant?
Because I know, she changed it.
She meant to say obnoxious and irrelevant. That's what she meant to say.
And coincidentally, it sounds exactly like Queen Bee's voice because, as I've always thought, Queen Bee is using some sort of slight distortion on her voice when she broadcasts.
Exposed!
Queen Bee exposed! Oh my god, bitch.
Did they get that Dugan?
Said they get that Dugan. That shit chronicles the shady. You better fucking shut your mouth with that. Bro, stop.
Wow. What in the hell? Someone told Queen Bee that you said it was her hacking your emails. What the hell is wrong with people?
Right?
Take your ass to bed. It's fucking past your bedtime. Go on now.
Right? Why you gotta be crying?
Motherfucking killing the vibe, bitch. Take your ass to bed.
Boston, no, I'm not capping at all. I'm telling the whole truth.
Good, babe.
Anyway, guys, I'm gonna skedaddle. You know me, skedaddling away. See you
All
guys.
right.
Pumpkin. I love you too.
Alright. I despise you, Boston.
Whatever.
Good morning, beautiful.
Happy day.
Happy day, baby. We got triggered today. I trigger these motherfuckers every day.
Baby Jesus showed us that, you guys. I swear to God.
I know that's right, because you just put right on that shit.
Yes, I did. Baby Jesus was like, look here.
Yeah, fuck the pause. Pause for the cause. Fuck that pause.
I'm just trying to be a better person.
I know it. Let's see here. God damn it, dude. Can you hear him?
Yes, your dog is.
Damn it, Duke.
Girl, this tea is piping.
Isn't it, man? I'm like, it's hot.
That just burnt the roof of my mouth.
Where's Candy Sue? Where's she at? You heard that like I heard that one. Fire in the hole. Smoke him if you got him.
You're like the type of person that would probably be in the back of the class.
Fuck you, me too.
Ellie's a thug.
Right.
You don't
We're all thugs around here. Shambles. Thank you for supporting the hot biddies. Y'all wasn't ready for that, was you?
Wait, I wasn't, bitch. I was not. I wasn't even close to ready for that shit. All right, I love you, baby girl. I'm gonna jump off.
I love you too, baby doll. Yo, what's happening? What's happening? Y'all, I know y'all are watching this bullshit on Smiley's World. I know y'all been watching it. Please tell me y'all been watching this crazy shit. First of all, she was getting trolled. So the Sebastian Rogers case, she's Smiley's World is another creator. She's over here live, right? She's live and she's like, well, there was a profile under the name of Tony Mathis that came in and they asked if they could come up if I would stay here for a while. So after an hour, like she sits there for an hour waiting, right? She's like, oh, I must be getting trolled. I must be getting trolled. They haven't showed up yet, blah, blah, blah. So I was like, oh my God, maybe she really is getting trolled. I didn't think at first that she was. I was like, man, there's no way they're trolling her. You know what I mean? Yeah, she definitely got trolled. She, there was a fake Tony Mathis profile that came in and was talking to him. Obviously the mods didn't check it. So here she sat and everybody showed up to her chat. David, you're not blocked. Everybody showed up to her chat. So Skeptical Believer gifted 5 memberships. Thank you so much, baby. I appreciate you supporting the hive. Thank you, love. If y'all got one, please make sure you tell her thank you. So anyhow, nobody shows up. Seth doesn't show up. Tony doesn't show up. Nobody shows up. And what's that, B-Tim?
What the actual fuck was that?
It was a fucking shit show to say the least. And then Seth trying to fight that other YouTuber. I'm done. I cannot. This is too
Just
much.
like meet me. Like I'm like, whoa, what is this? And then it felt like that Smiley person was thinking of trying to accuse him of a crime or something, being part of a conspiracy for a moment.
Yeah.
But she, like her brain malfunctioned because she couldn't even do that kind of leap of logic.
She got mad. Okay, so first of all, it was a fake. And then Seth comes up there and he's like, hey, this is a fake. I never said I was coming up there. I never once said I was coming up. That's not me. That was a fake account. That's not Tony either. So then she realizes that she got trolled,
Yeah. But she doesn't stop. But she
before
drops
that,
the link. She drops the link in the chat, like, or something, for someone to jump up, which is kind of hilarious.
Yeah, she drops the link for Seth and Tony to come up, and somebody comes up, and then she's like, "Oh, it's not him. It's not him. Hey, voices, what's up?"
Hey.
She's like, "Oh, it's not him. It was like the trees or whatever." And I'm like, "Oh God, somebody's gonna peen bomb her." You know what I mean? Because she's not ready. She's being messy. So I was like, "Oh God, somebody's gonna get her ass." You know what I mean? That's exactly what I thought was gonna happen. And then they fall off, and then they come. Well, then she's like, "Oh, if that's Seth, come back up here. You need to come back up here." Blah 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 blah. So then she brings Seth up on the panel, which here we're gonna pop it up anyways. She brings Seth up, and he opens up and he starts going the fuck off. And when I say he's going off, I mean he's going the fuck off. And he basically starts talking to her, telling her what's gonna happen and what's going down and what's gonna go on. And he is pissed. And then he's like, I know I'm still backstage, but I'm going to kick that snake's ass or something like that. And she's like, no, you're on the panel. You're not backstage.
Oh, fuck.
And yeah, he's like going the fuck off. And then he's like, oh, I didn't realize, or I didn't think I was on the panel. I'm over here at my son's school here.
Oh, you forgot the best part. He fucking thought he was in the back panel, and he was like, Chloe's the one that did all the leaks. And yeah, I'm like, oh my God. Jesus Christ.
Hey, Cheesy, what's up, baby? Yeah, so he starts going off being a total asshole, straight up asshole.
His affect was a little weird. And then like, literally, it was like...
In front of my son's high school, of course it's me. Trevor Lee, you slimy little slime ball.
Ho, 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 ho. Seth, what's going on?
He said Trevor Lee's slimy little slime ball, so he knows exactly he's online. He knows damn the fuck well he's online because he was watching her, and he knew damn the fuck well that they were trolled and was supposed to come up there. So he knew damn well he was on the fucking live. But listen to him say he didn't know.
No.
Chloe, I asked her to step back because she was leaking stuff. I know you don't got me in the show yet, but she was leaking information.
He knew damn the fuck well he was in that show. Stop it.
Yep.
You knew damn the fuck well you were in that show. Seth, cut that shit.
I want to believe you.
Oh, I am in the show. My bad.
You are in the show. You are in the show. Hold on.
I figured I was still backstage talking to you, Smiley.
Now
he knew damn well he wasn't still backstage talking to her. He was never backstage talking to her. She was on the live the whole time. We just watched this. We just watched it go down. He wasn't talking to her backstage. Can he be any more full of shit?
Yeah, you can see.
You're in the show. You're in the show. Mic drop.
Mic drop my ass.
Pretty much.
Lie drop. Drop.
Chloe leaked. Chloe gave the audio file to Trevor Lee, knowing.
Oh, and here we go with this. So let's now he's gonna fight a YouTuber and start more rumors about the Chloe, the one that was searching, that was the PI working for him. So he's gonna start spreading rumors now and talk about how Trevor Lee, who is another YouTuber that was in the Summer Wells case as well. Trevor Lee and T-Rev are two different people. Trevor Lee has been working with JLR and them for the Summer Wells case for a really long time. He is way different than T-Rev. T-Rev is the guy that has the channel with the call-ins and all the bullshit, and he's the one that made the Kylie Rodney rap, and he just made another rap. Weird. He's just silly shit sometimes. So anyhow, they're two different people.
Is Trevor Lee the one that platformed Nina?
Yes.
Yeah,
yes.
Trevor Time, yeah.
Trevor Lee, the one that had Nina on is Trevor Lee. Yes.
Thank you.
Wait, Justin's little fingers must have been typing, because right away, as soon as she said that Tony, or as soon as Tony came up in the chat saying he was coming up, which it wasn't him, boy, all the big names, but you know what I mean, all the tragedy pimp big names were all in the chat right away, boy.
Dolly was in there, the lab was in there,
PJ
Justice for All was in there, Voices for All, or her Voices Behind the Wall.
Voice,
Yeah.
the bad voices, the bad voices, not the good voices.
Well, be careful, B. Tim. I'm also referred to as the bad voice.
The person we don't talk about was in there.
Yeah. Yeah. They were all in there. They swarmed in that motherfucker.
Right away,
so you
too.
mean the clowns
Oh,
from the
fuck yeah, they
group.
did.
Oh, gross.
There might have, well, it's like there should have been like circus music being played with them all getting out of the small little car, all just like basically like a fucking. That was all that was missing. The little car with them all coming out.
Well, that I would take the blame because I'm the person that does that. And then I did my own investigation to find out where it was. You sit there and leaked it off the podcasters and everything else, and then wants to get all uppity because I won't let. Hi, Smiley. I won't let my PR.
Oh, look.
Oh, yeah, there's Tone Bone.
He like came out from the like that was so weird that he was like right there. That
Bone
was
to the
so
bone,
weird.
right behind his back, breathing on his neck. Who you talking to?
Tap him on the shoulder.
What are you saying?
Now I call even more bullshit on him not thinking that he was in the show, especially with Tony right there.
Exactly.
A person sit there and defend Chloe? Who the hell does Trevor think he is to sit there and tell somebody that's working for me to do something?
Smiley, I'm sorry, hon. I don't know who you are, and I don't know whose profile that is, but it's not mine. I've been with Seth all day.
Y'all didn't say you were coming on my channel.
Somebody was out there saying that we were coming on the panel.
Smiley got trolled. Smiley got trolled. A fake ass Tony account went in there, I guess, talking about, can we come on the panel with you for in about an hour? Can we come up on panel for about an hour? And then this shit show started.
What a shit show. You might want to
That Tony said that we were coming on. We've been out here, right?
Oh, because wait, Trevor Lee hops right up in the middle of this. Okay, here we go.
Around all day.
Oh.
Checking out places for searching and everything else.
Oh, okay. So I got like almost 1,700 people in here.
Mic drop. Sorry about that.
Okay, so I want you to know that I love Trevor and
Hey, I tell you what, I'm sorry. I thought he was a great person too. But after I saw, I got so many snakes that were in my group, I'm still cutting heads off. And it came as a shock to me. It came as an absolute shock that this man, I can't even call him a man, that this individual would sit there and lie to my face and then sit there and put out lies to begin with. And now he wanted to go out there whenever I'm in a podcast or whatnot, and nothing about Sebastian. No, nothing about my son. All about Chloe and her little clique.
So it gets real. He gets real into Chloe and the clique, right? So you hear him start bitching about Chloe. Chloe's the one that worked for him, or with him.
Right.
She stepped down when all this shit hit the fan. She stepped down. Her and Heather both.
I thought the next thing he says was hilarious about her wants to vet everybody.
Oh yeah.
It's like, well, duh.
Hello. What the fuck did you think? And then he's like, this is my son, my case, my rules. My.
I asked her to step back. She took almost all the searchers with him. And now people are like, oh, it was like a slap to my face.
You asked her to step back and she took her team with her. Oh my God. What did you think was going to happen?
They don't know why I asked her to step back. But I asked her to step back because she's a private investigator trying to be a SAR person. You need to get out of the field and get back to doing private investigation, which she wasn't doing. She wanted to vet everybody. Like everybody. Like, I want to know, what size foot they were when they were born. And it's like, I will accept help from anybody to find my son. And people are taking my good-hearted nature and just trampling all over it, and it's going to bring out the negative part of me that don't give a flying.
I wanted to
around,
do that.
find
Chris
out.
was that
You're
popped up.
pushing away everybody that's trying to help you.
Oh, I'm sorry. Is that him himself? You know where I'm at, Trevor. Why don't you just go ahead and step out of Chloe's house and come on over, boy? And I'll show you what a man does.
Oh,
Step.
you're really helping find Sebastian doing this.
Hey, why you sitting there changing your face? Hey, what? Can't spend the time looking for summer no more, right? You want to say where I'm at? You see where I'm at. You don't know what I'm doing.
What are you doing? What are you doing?
What are you doing? Why are you on this panel right now?
Why don't you go ahead and tell
Don't you ever, and I will let this be publicly known. You, Chloe, your whole team does not have my blessing to use my name or my son's name to ask people to search on their property like you have a contract with me. Trevor, you need to go home, boy. This is out of your league.
Is it because if I recall, I'm the one that's
Yeah, is it? Because if I recall, I didn't ask you to respond. I told you to get off the panel, boy. This is my son, not yours. My.
You have your music up?
Are you kidding me? Yeah,
Yes,
I got
we
my
have the
music
music
on.
up.
Yeah. It's on. Why? Can you hear it?
Okay, I just wanted to make sure I couldn't hear it.
Yeah, it's on. It's on low, but it's on. Oh. But yeah, he's like, get off the panel, boy. This is my panel. I told you to go. Who the fuck? Wait a minute. Who the fuck do you think you are, first of all? Boy? Calling him boy? What the fuck? Hold on. I'm going to need you to chill.
I mean, Tony Mathis is doing a fantastic job in like being the in-between between the
yeah,
public.
the PR person. He's doing great, ain't he?
Great job, Drake. The greatest job I've ever seen.
Yeah, this is what
he's
Katie
right
had
there
to
with
deal
them. You'd think he'd do
this
something.
Is the shit that Katie had to deal with too, okay? Keep that in mind. He is the one who asked Chloe to step down. Remember that. He's the one who asked her to step back. Not Chloe didn't just say, oh, I'm going to step back, even though that's kind of how they put it out there. But he just said, I asked her to step back. I'm the one who asked her to step back.
Well,
because she wanted to vet everybody.
Well, no, he said that she was acting like a SAR person. And
she wanted to vet people.
Shock! Wow.
What it sounds like is that she didn't want all these goddamn felons coming in here.
It's almost as if she predicted that a bunch of people might try to take advantage of Seth and come in there with criminal records, like a lady that almost shot someone and has 10 years to stay away from kids.
Or the SROs and the ones that aren't allowed to be around children.
Yes, this is crazy as hell. Okay, here we go. There's more. But wait, there's more.
Right?
My son, not yours. My son. This is Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers. I named him. I named him Sebastian. I named him Drake. I named him Wayne. I named him Rogers. That's my last name. Take your Trevor Lee ass and fuck off, dude. You want to literally? This is my goddamn son.
Seth.
Well, that was good. That was
Well
handled very
then.
calm.
Alrighty.
That was handled very
Mic drop.
calm and collective. Yeah, very calm and
Right.
collective.
Mic drop.
You all notice he was being filmed the whole time? Did you all notice that? He had somebody that was filming him. He wasn't holding the camera. Somebody else was.
Yes, that was Tony Mathis, the greatest PR guy in YouTube. Didn't you know that? He's doing a fantastic job. I mean,
fucking insane.
Honestly, he might as well hire Don Wells as his PR guy now because he probably would be better off.
At this point, Don might do a better job.
Don might be a better PR guy than this. Holy fuck.
Well, that's what everybody was saying in the chat last night, that Tim Mullins probably would have been a better PR guy.
Yeah, this is terrible.
They're really pushing it, aren't they?
Oh, there's more. Oh my god, this.
This ain't it.
Wait, if you call within the next 5 minutes, you will also receive
Wow.
No, now they're all going to go off on Seth.
Here we go.
Oh my God.
Me and Smiley agree for once.
Trevor, are you okay? Well, that went well.
Okay.
Oh yes, that was
That was a
Oscar
good
winning.
move, AB. You're right. I wonder if I can. Hold on a minute. Hold on, Cher. Hold on. I mean, you're fine. Let's see if I can get him back up here. Can I get him back up here? T-Rev, can you call him and see if I can get him back up here? Tell him Trevor is on.
The guy taking photos secretly
Yeah,
in the
so
house.
Voices Behind the Wall is up on the panel. Then they got T-Rev in there. They got Dolly in there. They got the whole crew in there. The whole Tragedy Pimpin' crew. Pimpin' says
Tragedy Pimps.
baby.
Mount up.
Pimpin'.
Oh
Justin was taking text messages with questions. They had like over 40 questions to ask Seth.
They had like 50 questions. He's like, yep, we got 50 plus questions to ask Seth. They didn't even check to see if that was a real Tony Mathis account. They just fucking rolled with it. Had 1,200 people in there and had the wrong got trolled. Are you serious right now? Come on.
By the time I left her chat, she had 2,500 people in there.
I mean, I can't blame why they're
skipping through this real quick because
Yeah,
she starts
skip it
getting
up.
pissed off. Now I don't really understand this, but she starts getting mad as hell for what I
Can
don't
we
know.
watch that?
Because
We'll go back
she
a
got
minute.
mad because he said something against Trevor.
Yeah.
And she loves Trev time.
Yeah.
I gotta think just a minute, y'all. Just hold on a minute. You could stay up here, but oh, Lordy, just hold on a minute.
She's trying to figure out she got trolled. She's like,
somebody call Seth. Y'all know who I'm talking about. Somebody call Seth. I need him to come back on here.
She starts demanding he comes back. Care Bear gifted 20 memberships. Thank you so much, baby. I appreciate you supporting the Hive. If y'all got one, please make sure you tell her thank you.
Yeah, I don't think that was a good idea of Seth. I could have been your PR guy, and telling you to threaten violence on random internet people is usually not a good idea. Just saying.
Right.
Not a very good idea.
Okay. I'm so sorry, Trevor.
No, I'm sorry I came and did that. The panel's not the place, but
No,
the past 2 weeks behind the scenes, people don't know the amount of things that have been said to me by that man and the man standing beside of him. And I've sat back and said, this man is a grieving father, and I've tried my best to give him the benefit of the doubt. But that stupid PR person sits by and tells me that I need to leave the case, that I haven't done anything, that he's here, he's going to get information, he's doing all this stuff, while the people who care are being thrown to the side. I get it. I know he's going through a lot. He should tell you guys how many times I took his call at midnight to listen to him cry because he was venting about his case because nothing made sense and he was mad at the whole world.
Right.
I've done nothing but try to find his son, and I don't deserve an accolade for it. But don't come in here and scream at me and call me a slime ball and try to take away my credibility for the things I've tried to do since the day that his son went missing.
I get that, Trev.
But I'm sorry your panel was not it, and I'm going to get down and
no,
do you on your show. I should not have done that.
No. And I apologize. And I thought he knew he was on here. And I want you to know that I do back you. And I'm sorry. And I do want the world to know that I back you. And don't ever think any different, hon, okay? Because I always said from day one, I believe you'll be something. And I still mean that with my heart. And this has really tore me up. And now that you've had your say, just keep doing what you're doing. And I do want him to come up here so I can speak with him and say what I need to say. And if he's watching, I hope he's man enough to come back up here and let me continue this with him.
I hope any family out there, please do not bring on, and I'm not talking about Seth, I'm talking about Tony. Do not bring him onto your case. Tony has done nothing but cause problems. It was so much different. His team was all about finding Sebastian before this. Tony has caused so many issues. He has been blackmailing me for about a week, threatening to put out that I released that audio call, which I did not. Seth released it out, but they've been blackmailing me, and that's why I haven't been able to say anything. And I finally have this week, and this is what happens from it. I'm not going to be silenced and blackmailed over something I did not do.
Yeah, blackmailed and silenced.
Yep.
So he's saying that Seth was the one that released it and that he's being blackmailed. That wouldn't be blackmail, sir. That would be a threat or basically a lie. Blackmail implies there's like some truth to it. Just a thought.
And this dude's he's saying that his credibility is all based on what he's done for Sebastian Rogers. And what, like, you're using this boy for your credibility. Knock it off. That's exploitation.
Yeah, I don't know nothing about this Trevor Lee guy. I really don't. I heard about this
He's
first
the one that had Nina on the panel.
Oh, great.
Everybody talks good about him, but I mean, as far as him doing that dirtball move of having that Nina on there, I don't think he's a good guy myself, personally.
Yeah. But fantastic. I do have to agree with Trevor Lee. Tony Mathis needs to go. I can agree with him with that one. Everything's been even 10 times worse with Tony Mathis.
Yep.
I swear to God, that guy is the worst PR guy I've ever seen, ever. Like, ever.
It's becoming more of a shit show.
He's like the Valdez of like the PR person. Like when they try to do that whole publicity, like when they did the commercial, I'm sorry. We're sorry for the Valdez. You know, it's the same thing. He is literally ExxonMobil. Yep. He's the ExxonMobil of the fucking PR world. Terrible. Terrible. He needs to stop.
But I'm figuring that Heather and Chloe probably told him that this Tony was not a good idea, and all these felons, and that's probably why Seth told them to go away.
Wait a minute. That's not a good idea to have a bunch of felons look for a child?
Have somebody that's not supposed to be around children for 10 years? I know, right?
Like that almost shot a child? Like what? Like what? Through a wall? I mean,
well, because I'm sure they were kind of careful after they screwed up, because wasn't it Chloe or Heather, one of them, that got that dive team down there that had the RSO involved?
Oh my God!
They didn't vet them or whatever. So now I suppose they're really careful about vetting people because they got burned once. You know.
Yeah, man. I don't know, man. It's just weird. What is it? Just reminds me of the A-Team, but like I just imagine like the commercial, like the A-Team that got the fake dog walker. She has like no dog; she just has a leash with like nothing attached to the leash. You got
clowns walking the invisible dog with
the invisible dog. She jumps out of the car with the invisible dog. You got the RSO diver that's like with.
The dog is one of those leashes attached to like a vodka bottle.
I don't know about the vodka. Actually, yeah, it could be a whiskey bottle. Yeah,
vodka, whiskey, gin, tequila. You know, any of the above.
Oh my God! And then you got the lady that has the back prop. She comes out with like the crutches and a handgun next to her, strapped to her side.
The good, the bad, and the.
Now just give it time here. Now that Seth said bad stuff about Trevor, they're gonna start bashing Seth now. Oh, they were bashing him bad in the chat, boy. Whoo!
And this song's playing like. And
the black van goes zooming down the highway.
Yeah.
It just zooms down the highway. You got Tony Mathis driving the car. He's just fucking.
No. Tony Mathis would be the old guy Colonel. The
old guy Colonel.
Right,
yeah,
here
we
go.
You're right.
Because they don't want to take credit for it. If they're scared of Chris and they don't want him to know they released the call, then don't release it. They pushed it out. They pushed that call out. I did not, and I'm not going to be blackmailed because they want to have some sort of issue over me. I'm here for Sebastian, and I'm here for Summer since he wanted to bring that case up. I'm here for all the.
Trevor Lee just told it all. They pushed that call out there. The one with Chris cussing out Chloe. Remember, they kept saying they don't know how it got out, but Chris Broadfoot was cussing out Chloe or Heather about Chloe. Remember?
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah, that's the call. They're saying that Trev put that call out. He's saying no, he didn't. That Seth put it out.
You think that you're saying that was manufactured drama?
Of course it was, but they're saying basically that they're blaming Trevor for it, and he's saying, no, I didn't put that call out. You did. You're not going to blackmail me with that. You put that out, not me. So Trev just told it right there. He's the one that he just right there admitted that Seth and whoever else are the ones that put that call out about Chris Proudfoot and the PI.
Yep. And that's true, B. Still, I said that it was the tables would turn on him. He didn't listen.
Sure did.
No one listens to
And
me.
now look, now that he just attacked Trevor like that, it's gonna get even worse for him. Watch.
Yeah, because you got to realize these guys protect their own.
That whole Facebook group's gonna go for his fucking throat.
Yeah, these people protect their own. That's how it goes. Trevor Lee is in their group. You just went after their group. They're going to give you a little bit of a pass, but eventually they're going to be like zeroing you out. Because
yeah, you heard the lab and Smiley. All of them came up and said, "We respect Trev. You know, we respect Trevor Lee. Like he's one of our friends. You know what I'm saying? You're not gonna." You know, they all took up for him. They all had his back when Seth just came in there talking like that.
Yep. Good luck, Seth. Your PR guy is doing a fantastic job.
Yeah, your PR team, shit, they're getting your ass in a little bind, bub.
Excellent.
Thinking in you guys, I mean, maybe not, but
I'm really not sure who to believe because later on, Josh comes up and says that he leaked the call, but then Seth is like, "You didn't leak it to my mom. How did my mom get it?" So I don't know. I don't know who the one is really, truly, who's not lying here because.
Oh, the lab said he leaked the call.
Well,
the lab said that later on when he comes up on the panel. He says when after Seth has his little freak out, he said that he's the one who leaked the call, and he goes, "You know, I'm the one that leaked the call or whatever." And Seth goes, "But you didn't give it to my mom. How did my mom even had it before you did?"
This is too much.
So Seth leaked the call to the lab.
Or
I don't know. I'm just saying.
Yes,
Seth said
that's what happened. Because remember,
the lab says you leaked the call.
Yeah.
I leaked the call, and you know it.
Yeah,
but
Seth
Seth
is basically saying I leaked the call, and Seth, you
Right.
know it. You know
and
I
remember, remember that the lab said I got a source, a very credible source that gave me this video, and and they told me to hold on to it for a few days.
Yeah.
Yep.
Remember? You guys are not that smart. We knew about this already. We knew Seth was behind that. We're not stupid. We knew that.
Yeah, but he just admitted, you know what I mean? Like there's somebody saying, hey, you know, with firsthand knowledge of it.
That's what I'm saying. I think Seth is lying because when Josh said that, he goes, "But who leaked it to my mom? My mom had it before you even did." And he goes, "I'm sure you didn't send it to my mom." So I don't think Seth. I think Seth is lying his ass off here. Honestly.
No, I think Seth leaked it. I think he leaked it to the lab and leaked it, and then he's just trying to, and maybe like Trevor Lee also got the audio, and now he's going to try to use that because he sent it to him as a way like you leaked it, you know, whatever.
Remember what Seth said? He said, "Come out of Chloe's house." So if that's the case, if Chloe and Trevor are close, friendly, whatever, it's possible it could have been handed to him, and then from there he could have passed it also. Again, this is wild speculation moment. I'm not pointing fingers. I'm saying these are the ways they could have rolled down.
Mm-hmm. By the way, we can continue.
All right, here we go.
The kids and all the families that I work with, but I'm not going to sit here and be run over because what I'm trying to do is bring these kids home. That's all I've been trying to do.
Absolutely, and I get that. Absolutely, Trev. Absolutely. Okay, Trev. Thank you, hon, and you take care of yourself, okay? Boy, Smiley's never been lost for words. Seth, if you're watching, please jump back on my panel. Please, Seth. Seth, I expect you to please, I'm going to tell you like I have everybody else, jump back on my panel. I don't care who Tony knows, if he knows me or not. Right now, fuck Tony. I need you to jump back on my panel, Seth, and be a man. Chris did for over 3 hours.
So she gets all pissed off and she's like, I want you to get back on my panel like Chris did for 3 hours. Well, first of all, he didn't agree to come on your panel, not once, not at all. He came up there because you guys showed up and trolled, but he lost his shit, which I understand. You know what I mean? She's wanting to talk to him. I get it. But I mean, I don't think she should anybody to be telling him he needs to for sure come back up there or he has to or whatever. You know what I mean? She's putting it like she's.
This is so much. Queen.
Okay. You know, you mentioned Summer Wells. Don Wells did for over 3 hours. I've spoken with Andrew Hiltz like a man about his child. I need you to come back up here, Seth. If you're not.
I mean, let's keep it real. We've all had a lot of people. We've had a fucking shit ton of different people over here. I mean, tons of different people over here. You know what I mean? Doesn't matter who you've had on your panel before. That doesn't mean shit to me.
Part of this, then I need you to come back up here, Seth, and talk to me, Seth.
Hello.
Hello.
That was unexpected.
Very.
Oh, fucking God,
Justin.
Justin.
Said Seth, come back up on the panel. Here comes Justin.
Fucking clout Justin. Fuck that guy.
No, there's another question that
Justice for all, tragedy pimp 2 or 5, we'll say.
will remember that I asked her this. She could just say yes or no. About 2 months ago, 1,000 people. But I said, and in opinions or whatever, but I said, I wonder why Seth comes in my chats, but I wonder why Seth never comes on my panel. I wonder why Seth will never come on my lives. Does anybody have a inkling of an answer for that? Let's all think about that right now. Y'all know Smiley. You've all seen Smiley. You've seen how I interview. Now let's think about this a minute. Let's all start thinking about this logically right now before we make up our minds about anything. Because I've been on Seth's side. Mm-hmm. So let's start thinking about this logically for a minute before we all snap and start changing our tones here for a minute. Is there a reason that Seth won't come on my panel? Y'all seen how my interviews go and shit like that? And
I agree with Ollie. Why didn't he talk to Chris Proudfoot like that? Keep the same energy, right? I mean, this is ridiculous. You know something?
No. Hold on a minute. No. Y'all are missing the point, MNT clan. Listen, I've not asked him to go on my panel. You're missing the whole fucking point. You're missing the point. He roams in my chats. I've never asked him to come on my channel. In fact, we're not here tonight because I asked him to come on my channel. Okay?
No, you're only here tonight because you got fucking trolled and then he decided to come up. And then he came up again. So I'm going to fast forward it to where he comes up again. Here it is.
I don't know. They were at the school.
But ICU says, Seth Rogers, you need to publicly apologize to Trevor Lee. What? Say what?
So what? Nobody can have an opinion?
Right.
I don't know.
Oh, that's true. Chris could be there with him.
That's what I'm talking about. Oh, here's Seth. Okay, Seth. What? Now.
Oh, yeah, they thought they were all working
I'm in no disrespect for you, Miss Smiley. And I will tell you right now, Chris Proudfoot ain't nowhere near me.
Okay, so you're sitting there watching me. So why did you come on here like that? Why? Why? I mean, who is lying? Why? What is going on right now? What?
Yeah, somebody said that you were first. There's a lag on this thing or something?
I'm sorry, what?
I said there's a horrible lag.
I'm sorry. Now go ahead. Can you hear me?
He said there's a lag. It's this.
Can you hear me now?
It's a service he froze.
Oh, you froze. You froze.
Fuck.
Just.
All right. Can you hear me now? I don't know.
Oh,
go out and come back in. Hold on.
Blob.
Hold on.
Oh, fuck.
Hold on. How am I gonna make him unfreeze, y'all?
He'll drop off. He'll come back up.
Okay.
It's okay. Hey, Josh.
Hey.
Now there he is. Okay. Are you back?
Seth, we see you. We see you.
Hey, Justin. Hey, Josh.
Hey.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, I can.
Miss Smiley, first of all.
Yeah, Kodo. He says he's searching, but he's actually just hanging out in the high school parking lot. Not really sure what the fuck that is even considered searching or what the fuck that is, but okay.
Oh, I did not mean to disrespect your channel and your panel. but I have been dealing with him, as in Trevor Lee, for a minute. All right. And for the disrespect, the distrust, and the betrayal that I feel at this gentleman sitting there backing up a PI who refused to actually do PI stuff for me like I asked her to, and for her to turn around and give him the audio file that got blamed on me for leaking, which I don't care. I've got juicier ones, more juicier ones.
Yeah, but Seth, that was me.
No, I did my own research, Josh. It wasn't you. It was out. Literally, somebody sent it to my.
There you go. He just said you knew it was me that leaked that call. Let's go back and listen again.
For her to turn around and give him the audio file that got blamed on me for leaking, which I don't care. I've got juicier ones, more juicier ones.
Yeah, but Seth.
I don't care. I got more juicier ones. That's a nice little threat. So what you
I mean,
do?
it's always good to have a trusting person that records all your conversations with them. Holy fuck!
What?
And then he calls.
Oh, I got juicier calls, juicier ones. Oh, really? You do? Okay.
And then you call them. You call Trevor Lee a stink. It's like, bro, you're recording everyone's conversations with you. Like what? And then you're saying you have juicier blackmail material.
Peachy says, okay, so he thinks Chloe and Trevor are close, and she gave it to him. Seth, you are getting played, bruh. Walk away now before you completely fuck yourself, my dude. Juicy audio about your son being missing. What a creep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't stand this shady shit either. Juicier conversations. What the fuck does juicier mean, you asshole?
Yeah, I mean, I get annoyed with that.
No,
yeah, what the fuck?
And
my own research, Josh. It wasn't you. It was out. Literally, somebody sent it to my mom. Somebody sent it to my mom. All right, my mom heard this before you guys even did. I sure in hell didn't send no audio file to my mom. You know, she's got enough stress on her plate with her grandchild missing. I got enough stress on my plate with my son missing. And no, I'm at Beach High School, and there is no Christopher Proudfoot here. Nowhere. Like, literally, nowhere.
All right. I think it was someone missing. I think it was a troll.
And I apologize, Smiley.
So, yeah. Josh said in here, he's the one that leaked the fucking call. Or the audio. I'm going to play it again.
All right. And for the disrespect, the distrust, and the betrayal that I feel at this gentleman sitting there backing up a PI who refused to actually do PI stuff for me like I asked her to, and for her to turn around and give him the audio file that got blamed on me for leaking, which I don't care. I've got juicier ones, more juicier ones.
Yeah, but Seth, that was me.
He just said, yeah, but Seth, that was me. Listen.
I don't care. I've got juicier ones. More juicier ones.
Yeah, but Seth, that was me.
I got juicier ones. I got juicier ones. He goes, yeah, but Seth, that was me. And now listen to him.
No, I did my own research, Josh. It wasn't you. It was out. Literally, somebody sent it to my mom. Somebody sent it to my mom. All right, my mom heard this before you guys even did. I sure in hell didn't send no audio file to my mom. You know, she's got enough stress on her plate with her grandchild missing. I got enough stress on my plate with my son missing. And no, I'm at Beach High.
Well, I'm sorry, but the way his mom runs her mouth and the things that she says on her Facebook and her Facebook post, I'm sure people send a lot of shit to his mother.
Oh, yeah.
Let's keep it real. She probably gets the same amount of shit, if not more, than he gets.
Well, I'm sure he's going to make sure to make,
and there is no Christopher,
because she has social media and he don't.
Yeah, but he's going to make it worse now for Chris Proudfoot with what he's going to say later on during this, I'm sure.
Okay. Maybe. Here's my thought. Didn't we hear the woman we don't want to talk about say on one of her things saying that Chloe is an admin for the Facebook page that JLR has? Maybe she leaked it to JLR, and I'm sure JLR sent it to the mother. In my opinion. Because he's been riding her ass lately.
Mm.
Did you hear me?
I did, and I cannot confirm or deny that. Because I'm trying not to
That's what I said, in my opinion. But it's kind of connecting, right?
I honestly, Cheesy, I think it's a very plausible. I think it's a very reasonable and a plausible example of a possible shenanigans going on.
Just my opinion.
Yeah, I just got enough enemies here. Got enough enemies. Hey, Queen, you get the play.
Queen Bee does not endorse my opinions.
We're waiting on Queen to hit the play. Let me see.
Like literally nowhere.
All right. I think it was someone messing. I think it was a troll.
And I apologize, Smiley, because I have nothing but love for you ever since the first time I came on your chat. But when I find a snake that's hiding in here and sitting there doing nothing but harm to me trying to find my son, it does get me riled up. It gets me riled up because my son's been gone for over 80 days and I can't find him. And people just don't understand what it's like to have a kid missing. I ain't getting nowhere. I'm getting nothing from Sumner County. And it makes me wonder if there's other kids in this county that are missing that Sumner County ain't even looking for. If it's not just my kid. There could be hundreds of kids missing and they're not doing their job, and it makes me scared for every one of my son's classmates. All right. I'm at my wit's end. I have gone so long in my house, walking into my house, seeing my son's room empty. He's not playing video games, what people give me shit about. You know what? People are going to give me shit because I let my son experience certain things, like playing video games and not having somebody breathing down on him, telling him you can't be on, you can't play video games because maybe you'll talk to somebody. I had conversations with my son. He didn't even use the headphones. You can't talk to anybody if you don't got the headphones in. It's a PlayStation 4. It ain't no PlayStation 5 with built-in stuff. I don't own a PlayStation 5. People giving me shit because I want my son's stuff back. They took his stuff. That's all I have. It needs to be back in his room for when we find him and he comes home. Things are in the same place that they were when he left. Nobody seems to understand. I love my son. I miss my son. And I'm trying to find him. I'm out here today looking. Chloe kept me away from search areas. Plenty of search areas.
Probably because she didn't want you running your mouth.
Had people babysitting me because she didn't want me to find my kid. Well, we don't want you to come across his deceased corpse. Well, I'll tell you what, that's some type of closure. Me, I want to come across my son alive.
Wow, I think that was good advice she gave you.
I was going to say, I think she was giving you pretty fucking good advice, actually, to be honest with you. I mean, no, why would she want you to come across his body? Nobody wants that. The police don't want that either. That's why they would let you go search with them. They made you go search on your own in your own places. They would not let you go with them.
My opinion of Chloe is rising at this point.
God forbid he did find that. How is that going to be allowed in court?
I don't know about the admissibility. Probably would be admissible. You get the
What?
point,
I'm sorry, B. Tim.
I was going to say, like, I don't think it affects the admissibility of him finding the remains of his son or reminding anything. But if he did tamper with evidence, it could be an issue. Like, like look up things. So
yeah,
right.
That's what we're saying. It's
gonna be a major problem. I mean,
look. I'll give you an example of the Karen Reed case. Look how easily a high-priced attorney can twist everything. Now imagine if that other person had a high-priced attorney and say, "Well, you were very emotional. Could you have grabbed this? Could you have, placed this here to accuse my?"
Yeah, they would destroy it. Bruin all. Thank you.
Well,
gifted 5 memberships. Thank you so much, baby. I appreciate you supporting the Hive. The John Benet Ramsey case.
I was just going to say that.
Grabbed her and brought her upstairs. Fucked the whole case up. Still to this day, they've never found her killer.
No. All right. But still, to sit there and tell me that you're going to run this is my show because it's my son. And nobody's going to sit there and tell me that I can't participate trying to find my kid. All right. I communicate with TBI. If I go somewhere, they already know 2 days in advance. So that way they know where I'm going, because by be damned if someone's going to tell me not to go there. I contact TBI. I have everything recorded in chats.
What I tell you guys, this is my son, my show, my this, my that.
Ego, man.
Did I see somebody in the chat say that we're not showing compassion for Seth? There is compassion for Seth. I have a lot of compassion for all these parents.
Okay, first off,
he is causing the drama in this case so bad.
I'm going to be the asshole here, okay? Seth is recording chats, recording people's secret, like their conversations, caused a bunch of bullshit to happen to Chris Proudfoot and Katie to them, and constantly causing mayhem. Okay, and so far what he's doing is it should be called out as very bad behavior. This is very bad. How about Katie? How about Chris Proudfoot? How about those guys? You know, and this guy is just it's very passive aggressive, and I don't like it. And I think I listened to this guy, I listened to his live stream, and he said something again, some very defamatory things about Chris Proudfoot again to get the hate mob on them and not himself. Right. And that to me is malicious, and I don't like that. And he needs to realize that. Okay, we played. You know what I mean? I feel a lot of sympathy towards you, but I'm not going to sit down here and pat you on the head while you defame other people and send a hate mob on other innocent people, especially that woman Katie, who probably had a rough life. Okay, right. An early rough childhood.
A rough life because he was with her. That's the mother of his child. And I feel sorry for all of them. I wouldn't ever want to wish that on anybody. I feel compassion.
And let's not forget that the Proudfoots said nothing but nice things about Seth in the beginning when people were interviewing the Proudfoots and the news stations, and they said nothing but good stuff about Seth.
Yeah, they did.
And Seth has never said anything good about them that I've heard. And he always leaves it open-ended. When people say crappy stuff about the Proudfoots, he just leaves it there and leaves it open-ended.
And he got him, and Chris got him this job. Wait, Cheesy, just wanted to point this out. Chris got him this job.
Yeah, exactly.
How about
and then when he was going to quit, when he was in training, Chris said, hey, do this for your son. Your son is looking up to you. He thinks that you're awesome because you're going to have a badge, you know?
How about the fact that he hadn't seen his son for a month prior to him going missing?
Right.
I mean, I'm not going to hold that against him, but I'm just saying, like, you can't sit there and basically send a hate mob against people and not be criticized for that. You can't sit there and basically throw this Chloe person was giving good advice to him and then throw her under the bus, defame her to the public, send a hate mob after her now, right? The person who's trying to help you, you're going to send a hate mob after her now. And then Trevor Lee, I don't know much about Trevor Lee, but I've heard that he was the one originally covering your story, and you're going to send a hate mob after him now. And it's like, I'm sitting here and like, this is just crazy. And he says, this is my investigation. This is my thing. And it's like, sir, you are one man. You are not equipped to do this. This is police force that's working on this, you know? And the people are trying to give you good advice, and you don't want to listen. You want to run things. And and you're being played like a fiddle by Tony Mathis, who's playing into your ego. Sir, if you are a Bible reader, pride before the fall is a pretty important verse in the Bible. So you can continue, Queen.
Well, and I mean, the lab, he knew he leaked that, so he gave him that to leak, or he gave it to somebody else to give to him to leak. Either way.
Text messages so they know my whereabouts. They know my locations, because if I am somewhere, they.
And just to be clear, if any of them click the link, if Seth clicked the link, if Tony clicked the link, if Chris Proudfoot clicked the link, I would allow any of them to come up here and speak. I've always kept an open panel. I will always keep an open panel, and I will always allow someone to come up and speak up for themselves and stick up for themselves, period, no matter how I feel about it.
Want me to call them if I find something. And every time I go search and I don't have anything to show for it afterwards, you have no idea how it feels deep down inside that I failed to find my son, which means I failed to find him again. People want to sit there. I've got balls. I just don't need to fucking show my nuts to everybody. I just got to find my son. It's not about this shit. I am not fucking Christopher Proudfoot. All right? I have respect for fucking people. But when people sit there and piss and shit on me and then bite me with their fucking venom-filled fangs and they're fucking poisoning the search groups against me, I brought people in that had no idea what was going on. I took regular people and brought them in for a cause, and that cause is dear to me. It's for my son. And then for someone to sit there and leak this stupid shit that really had no fucking meaning at all. It's a video file. It's an audio file. I don't care. It doesn't get me any closer to my son. Yeah, it shows people how Christopher acts. We all know how he acts. We all know how he displays himself. I don't care about him. I want to find my son. Searches are going to start back up at the end of this week coming up. If people want to come to the vigil and say a prayer for my son and join us for prayer for my son, please, of all people, come. I don't need the drama. My son doesn't need the drama. I'm tired of it. People say I cause it because I answer questions or because I'm emotional about stuff. But if you're not emotional about your child missing, was that really your child?
I agree with that. Yeah.
I agree.
I love you, Smiley. I love you, Josh. I love you, Justin. I gotta go though. And if people can't accept my apology, that's on them. That's not on me.
But Seth, listen, I love you, Seth. But listen, please, you're vulnerable right now, okay? That's one thing, you're vulnerable right now. And the world, we don't want to see you vulnerable because there are vultures out there. But it just seems like the good ones are getting gone, and you can't let that hate get built up.
You know what? When I asked Chloe to step back, it was the same thing when I asked Heather to step back. I just asked them to step back because I saw what was going on, and I had.
Yeah, you asked them to step back, and they took their team with them, and now you're pissed. Well, I mean, what did you think was going to happen? Like, seriously, what did you fucking think was going to happen? You asked them to step back. Did you not? Did you think they were just going to be like, okay, fuck you, we're not stepping back? No, they stepped back like you asked them to do. And then you got pissed off.
Because he wants to call the shots, and he doesn't want to let the people that know
and
how
he
to
is
do
vulnerable.
this.
I understand that.
Yep.
He's very vulnerable. And I've talked to people, that have had missing kids, and they say the hardest part is not knowing. The hardest part is not knowing. The not knowing.
I couldn't even imagine.
Not knowing where they're at. Not having any clue where your child is. It's very hard on some of them. Some of them, it's extremely hard. They just don't know how to deal with it. They've never dealt with that. They don't know how to deal with it.
You know what this is? These grifters are mad because he's got a team of TikTok grifters that are surrounded them by him. And these ones are mad because they're now having to share the whole pot.
Right.
Yeah.
In my opinion, from my perspective, this is me speaking. This is voices. Nobody else on the panel.
But some of us agree.
I'll take that.
Had information, and I wasn't going to put it out there. I just wanted her to step back because I saw what was going on. I saw it. I didn't want it to be a public display. I didn't want to see the shit come out like this. So I asked her, but certain people won't let it go. Keep poking the bear. Keep poking the bear.
Seth,
and you're going to see
Seth,
I'm a bear.
Before you go, I want to
What's
say,
up, Josh?
You do what you do what you're doing. Keep looking for your son. I disagree about Trevor. I think he's a wonderful kid, a young man. I really do. And I think that
there's a misunderstanding somewhere.
I think that you think that
I understand, Josh. I just think somebody got their hands into the kid and it's changed him a little bit.
But he's a good. He's a special guy. He really is.
Yes.
Can I ask you?
But it's not about Trevor. It's not. It's about you finding.
It's about Sebastian.
Right.
But I do have to say that I love Trevor a lot. And I think that he's a great human. And, I think there's a lot of pressure. And I know that what you're going through is hell. You and I had that conversation. And I want you to keep looking and do what you're doing. But just know that we do care, and Trevor is a part of the team. I'm part of my team. He always has been, and he'll never not be.
I'm not asking you to tell him to vacate your team.
I know that.
What he needs to understand is that I can't have him around my team.
Fair enough.
Because my team, I see what's going on, and whether he realizes it or not, he's being manipulated. And the person that's doing this isn't going to suffer. Instead, I'm suffering. Instead, Trevor's suffering. Instead, they got me sitting there baring my teeth at Trevor Lee. And Trevor Lee don't want to back down. Probably the wrong thing. I'm looking for my son.
I know. That's all I wanted to say.
That's the main goal.
That's all I wanted to say.
It's about Sebastian. That's all it should be about.
It's all it is for me. It's all about people complained about my GoFundMe. Well, I told my sister to shut it down 2 weeks ago. People don't want to give me. That's fine. That's fine. It's on their good nature to give me anything to use for this search. And if people don't want to do it, it's not going to stop me from searching.
Right.
It doesn't matter.
Well,
my end goal is to find my son. And I love all four of you. I watch you all the time. Smile around and fuck out. Smile around and find out, Smile around and fuck off, but that's mine. He's out there. And something else, if Trevor really wants to do me a favor, he could stop sharing text messages between me, my PR, and him, because it's only making it look worse. It really is. It causes drama that has no...
It sounds to me like you don't want those messages getting out, which I don't believe in sharing private messages like that anyways. Y'all know how I feel, but still, sounds to me like he doesn't want that shit to get out. But he's like, yeah, well, he's not backing down. Well, why the fuck should he? Why the fuck should he back down? You're getting fucking really goddamn messy, Seth. That's what you're doing. You're getting really fucking messy. You're right in the middle of a shitstorm when you need to be out of it.
Well, if you notice what he said messages between him and his PR, Tony Mathis, basically, like the PR person.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering who's, pulling the strings here in this whole dispute. It's very interesting. Very interesting.
So I
it has
think
nothing to do with Sebastian. It literally has me telling him I didn't give a flying... I told him I don't give a flying fuck about the audio, dude. I don't know what the intent was behind it. We all know how Christopher Proudfoot is. We all know how he treats ladies. We all know how he treats children. We all know how he is.
Yeah.
Why is this still about him? It needs to be nothing but my son. He is the child that is missing. Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers. He is missing, and we need to find him. I asked the world to help find him. And then when I ask the world to help find him, that means I'm also asking the world to give me all their shit. And I'll take it. I will take and deal with everything that comes on my plate if it means that I find my son in the end, because that's worth it to me.
Sure.
I agree.
And I love you, Smiley. Love you, Justin. And I love you, Josh.
Love you too, buddy. I'm the one that leaked it. I am.
No, you didn't send it to my mom, did you?
No.
See, again, I'm the one that leaked it, he said. So he knows, and he's telling him, I am the one that leaked it.
See, who sent it to my mom? Because my mom had it before you did.
And I don't know.
Ask your fucking mom. Why would you not ask your mom? Mom, who sent you that? How'd you get that? Who sent you that? Where did that come from? Go ask your fucking mom. Why won't she tell you who it's from? That's the quickest and best way to find out, Mom, who sent you that. Mom, send me a screenshot of who sent you that, and I'll handle it. I mean, the fuck is really going on here?
Well, I want to know if he leaked it. How did he get it?
I think he got that from Seth. Well, he said he got it from a
Well,
source,
no,
but
they're
I don't
saying
know if it was
basically
Seth or
Trevor
who it
Lee gave
was.
it to him. They're saying Trevor Lee gave it to him. She said Chloe leaked it. That Chloe gave it to Trevor Lee. Trevor Lee gave it to the lab because he's a mod for the lab. You know, the lab just said he was part of his team. He's always been part of his team.
So Seth didn't leak it out. The former PI that was asked to step back because he didn't like the way she was doing her job that she signed on to do, then releases a call to another YouTuber, and that YouTuber gives it to another YouTuber, and
the lab played it.
Right. And so how does this all help find Sebastian? I go all the way back to the Cajun Navy stuff. This has been nothing but a shit show. All the way through. No wonder it's been 80 days and the kid is still missing. Let
All
law
of it has
enforcement
been.
do their job. All of these people need to sit down. Why would
know
the
who
parents
else had it. I know another person, one other YouTube person had it, but you and I had a conversation.
Well, I wasn't going to bring up our conversation because I remember our conversation, Josh.
Yeah, but
you know,
because
that's in confidence between you and me off the record. Why are you making it on the record, man?
Well, no,
Really?
This is games.
Really? Wow, okay.
I asked you if I could. That's
but
it.
see, I went one step further. I went to look for beforehand. And
yeah, I understand.
Yeah, no, it was leaked before you got it.
Good. I mean,
it was.
At one point in time, literally, I have Trevor telling me that the person who I gave it to gave it to him. And I did not give it to him.
I got you.
That's a bold-faced lie. And when I catch you in, I catch inmates in lies all the time. And I give them the benefit of the doubt. And then I'll explain to them, I caught you in a lie, dude. Come on, come clean. And I gave him that opportunity. And he just decided to keep digging with the shovel, man. You know, that's deceitful. And that's not going to help find Sebastian.
I understand. I do. I'm listening. I understand what you're saying.
Well, the whole world's listening right now.
I wouldn't call it the whole world.
Yeah.
I do have to get off. As you can see, it's dark. I just wasted about an hour of my search time.
I understand.
Things come out at night.
Yes,
all right, listen, tomorrow is the bike ride, right? We might as well tell them that tomorrow's the bike ride.
Yes, tomorrow will be the MC ride. We will be meeting at the Rudder. 4 o'clock. Kickstands up at 5. And we will be coming to Beach High School, where we'll be having hot dogs. And a vigil afterward. Hey, there's food involved, okay? Not corn dogs, Josh. Hot dogs. It'll be hot dogs. The vigil is for a community. It's to bring people back together, to understand that there's people out here who want to find my son. And I want to find my son. That puts us in a common goal, people. Come. Do not bring the drama. My son does not deserve the drama.
Yeah.
My son deserves people to find him. And that is what the vigil is. We will have prayer. We will have people speaking that deal with autism. We're going to have a good... Watch out, people. Don't get ran over.
And this is
And
what
people are invited. Just please don't bring the drama. It doesn't solve anything.
Says the man who just wanted calls leaked. I don't know, you guys. I just don't even. This is awful. I'm sorry that well, earlier Kodo. I don't believe now he was, but earlier it was. I think this is all awful. I think that Sebastian is getting lost in all of this. And I think it's horrible. Hey, Indy Love, how are you?
Poor Sebastian got lost in this a long time ago.
Yes, Cheesy. All the way back when the Cajun Navy debacle happened.
Yeah. But they left, the Cajun Navy left like 25,000 flyers or whatever. And stuff. So he's saying that he's got to use that money to buy flyers. I mean, they went through 25,000 flyers already.
Yeah, I just, God, I'm trying to be really careful, Cheesy, because I don't want to stick my foot in my mouth and have to then proceed to chew all the way up to the hip. I honestly, the best thing any of them can do is like, remember this is about a missing young man that has special needs that has now been missing for 80 days. That's 80 days without his medication. That's 80 days outside of his normal routine.
Yep.
And that's 80 days that he has not been with the people that provided him life. And I think more people need to remember those points and not worry so much about everything else. And if you're playing, my best advice would be if you're playing in the leaking and the receiving of leaked things, the best thing you can do is let it stop with you.
Yep. But everybody wants to have all the information because they're going to get all the views. Seth needs to step away from YouTube, first of all.
I would agree, Cheesy. I mean, think about it. We've had Cajun Navy. We've had United Cajun Navy. We've had PIs.
We didn't have Cajun Navy. We only had United Cajun Navy.
Oh, United Cajun Navy. Okay. So, and we've had PIs, and we've had PIs step down.
Underwater brothers who...
Yep. There's been SROs. There's been people that... RSOs, sorry, thank you. People that have been had to raise funds and used his name to grift all the way through. Like, these are, I mean, short of a protest, that's all that's left.
And that's only because the main protester's car broke down.
Yeah, well, let's not give any ideas and let's not encourage that. Oh, Taylor, there's another autistic girl that's been missing since the 18th of April. That's my birthday. It was my sister's birthday.
So here's Heather, the PI that was on before. She comes back on real quick to talk. So let's listen to that real quick.
Oh.
Hi. Okay, so I'm hearing everything twice. What do I do to change this?
Do you have your
off,
Heather?
Yes.
Exit out of YouTube. And just stay in StreamYards.
Okay, I think I'm good now.
Tara Lee now as well. And guidance? Oh, no.
Yeah, it's so hard to speak when you got, like, double talk.
Hey, Holly.
Okay, so I'm gonna be real honest with you guys. I have not been keeping up with this. I lost my grandma last week, and thank you. I had not been online. I had not done anything. Got a message from somebody today, and it was like, Tony Mathis is working out really well. And I'm like, okay, is that sarcastic? I'm not sure what's happening. And I just, right now, the only perspective I can give, because I haven't been a part of the YouTube and all the online drama and stuff. The only thing I could tell you is that I have had several conversations with Tony Mathis. I know about like the, allegations. And in fact, I told him today, I said, why don't you let me run a criminal background? I'll run a criminal background check on you. Mm-hmm. And if there are things that are being said that are not true, I have no problem going public and saying, hey, these things are not true. Mm-hmm. He said he doesn't care what people are saying about him, whatever. People can say what they want. He did say that there may be some things that are actually another Tony Mathis with the same middle initial.
Oh, sure.
I don't know. But
yeah, okay.
Can we get a collective? Sure.
Yeah.
But I do know that is a huge problem with sometimes with the sleuthers that use like the public platforms.
Sure.
That is actually, I've actually had a problem with that before, where somebody was desperately trying to discredit me and had found somebody with my same name who had been an assessor to murder in North Carolina.
Yeah.
And they were so sure.
What?
Does that sound familiar? I believe somebody said I, sold crack to kids and was a lady in Florida by the name of Rebecca. I remember that.
Yeah.
I remember they also sold crack to kids too. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not gonna.
Happens like that sometimes. People are fucking stupid.
They literally filed a complaint with the PI board claiming that I had been involved in this murder in North Carolina, and I had not. Absolutely not.
Some people just check the name. They don't check.
Sounds familiar.
Remember the idiot that said when somebody shot my dog behind Walmart? Remember that?
Oh my god.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
Deja vu. Same shit, new day.
Exactly.
The birth dates and everything else, they see that name and they just go with it.
Right, exactly. And so that is, I know that is a problem, and I don't know if maybe some of the things are really him and some of them aren't, or I'm not really sure. I'm not here to debate that, but I do want to tell you that, some of the conversations that we have had, I actually agree with. One is that there have been too many cooks in the kitchen in this case. Mm-hmm. I came in.
Shit. I think we can all agree with that.
And I was trying to be a bit of a PR. I was trying to be, my job, which is PI. And I was trying to wear too many hats. I think, there's just, I'm not going to speak on Chloe or her position because that's not my place, but I just think that everybody needs a designated role and needs to do their job and do it well. Do it, 100%. If you can put 100% into your role, and that is your only role, and leave the other roles up to the other people that have those roles designated to them, I think we would get a lot further in this case.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's one of the biggest problems. That's a really big problem in this case. That's one thing that I felt like, that I dealt with. And then there's the egos. There's a lot of things going on that are just not doing Sebastian any justice at all. As far as the leaked audio, I'm going to be 100% honest with you guys about what I know about that. Chloe and I both had withheld that from Seth because we just, like I've said before, we felt like it was just going to cause more problems. And that's not something I usually do with my clients because I don't feel good about withholding anything from my clients. And frankly, if I give my client something and they want to leak it to the world, they can do that. That's their prerogative.
Right, but if you're a PI, you're supposed to keep that stuff close to the belt. Share only with the police department. The parents, if need be. Not say, okay, well, if that's your prerogative, you want to share with the world, you want to get on social media and blast it, go right ahead.
Right.
But in this particular case,
I feel like that's why he's in the position he's in now.
It's because of how hostile it's been and whatnot. Chloe and I both felt like it was best to not share any of the audios. And I had several audios with Chris. The people didn't hear, I got a lot of criticism, like I didn't stand up for Chloe enough and whatever. Like I had worked really hard to get in good graces with Chris and Katie.
Mm-hmm.
And I was trying to maintain that to some degree. I mean, obviously threats were not acceptable, but at the end of that phone call, the people I did share it with, the question was, okay, do you think these are valid threats? Does law enforcement need to be notified? And I've dealt with things like this in other cases when people say things like, oh, I'm gonna slap the shit out of you with the cease and desist, and it's like it takes the teeth out of it, when they throw.
Right.
Wow.
Yeah.
Like,
wow.
We take that to law enforcement, and law enforcement's gonna be like, oh, that's not a threat. They're threatening
Right.
us too. I've had similar situations in the past. In fact, one that I tried to get a restraining order against somebody in a previous case, and because all their threats were veiled, I mean, it was just, I got turned away. And so, no, at the end of the day, I didn't feel like, and most of the people I consulted with didn't feel like that call was going to be anything that, would have the teeth to get any sort of restraining order or file any kind of charges. But I did do my due diligence to make sure, and to also consult with Chloe and her team and, how she felt about it. But what happened with that audio, and it was, so Tony admitted to me that he sent it to Seth. I'm still not entirely sure. I'm still not entirely sure how Tony got it. I was going back through my emails to see if I had sent it to him because I don't recall sending it to him. So I'm not really sure how he got it. But he sent it to Seth. And Seth supposedly sent it on to Neil.
It's the scheme team.
So Tony, the PR TikTok PR guy, got a hold of that, and then he gave it to Seth, and then Seth is the father of a child that is missing. Why is he playing games?
Right. This was Tony's way of being able to get the gloves off and be able to attack Chris and Katie.
Well, and I also believe that then you add in that Crabtree
fella that we hearing or whatever. But I don't know, and that really seemed to be where the problem began, because up to that point it never got leaked.
So Tony's the one that got it. Tony's the one that got it and actually leaked it. He leaked it to Seth.
He gave it to Seth, correct? And I don't think he leaked it to the YouTubers. I don't think he was the one that leaked it to the public, but he was the one that sent it to Seth. And he apologized to me. He felt really, really bad about it. He said that when Seth told him that neither Chloe or I would give it to him, He said he thought, that it was just cute, that we were just trying to protect him. And I'm like, no, Tony, like there was a bigger reason than that, but
I gotta interrupt. I gotta stand on. Listen, it's not what. No. Back up. Had a conversation. Yeah.
Yeah. You and I had a conversation.
Yes, we did.
Yeah, about him
So
sending it to Nina. About Seth sending it to Nina. Correct. But then later, when I talked to Tony, Tony told me that he actually sent it to Seth. So that's how Seth got it. Was that Tony had sent it to him. But I said, no, that's fine. I wasn't mad about that because, Seth, technically, he had every right to have it. He was the client. And, if he had, I guess, hounded me enough for it, I probably would have just given it to him. But.
So how did Trevor get it? Did Seth give it to Trevor?
That I don't know. I have no idea. But I'm thinking
that's kind of what everybody wants to know,
Fantastic. I'm sure this is a
Trevor kept saying that Seth was trying to set him up, or that not set him up, but he was trying to blackmail him.
Yeah, fantastic. It's a fantastic use of time for, searching to do all this recording and blackmailing and secret releasing calls from Chris.
Juicy calls, and
really fantastic. Now I have a question. Did the call come out before Tony Mathis says the gloves are off or after? I'm trying to remember the timeline of events.
With that call, that's when Tony Mathis said the gloves are off because of that call.
Right. Okay. So, okay. All right. I'm just trying to think to myself.
Sorry, I'm eating licorice.
But they said that call was from, they had sat on it for quite a while.
Yeah. I see. Interesting.
Yeah, because they wanted to leak it when Chris had the custody case for his daughter.
That's really great of them.
Yeah.
And I have to agree with what Kodo said. This is like a tragedy pimp bingo card on this panel.
Oh, yeah. Everyone's jumping at, listen, we all know what time it is. There's 2,500 people in the chat, and they all want themselves to be shown on that panel so they can get their channels out there. That's just, that's a fucking simple.
Kato, were you in there when it first happened? That when Tony first came up, or when the troll Tony came on the chat and said that he wanted to come up in an hour, Justin must have had his fingers just a going, because you wouldn't believe how fast that chat filled up with all the names of the tragedy pimps. It was like, I couldn't believe how fast they swarmed that chat.
So it also makes me wonder if it really wasn't him also.
I don't know.
And the one in the upper right, that's the one that live streams while searching.
Terry Lynn. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Guidance I know of she used to be a Terry. I think was she like a Jim Terry fan or something like that?
Yeah, we don't have to say his name though. Yeah, we don't have to say his name.
No.
Sorry.
Yeah, we don't have to, you know what I'm saying? We don't have to plug any of them fucks.
Oh, we'll just call him asshole.
Yeah,
She's also in the friends with the people we don't talk about.
She's a mod for fucking Betty too. So yeah.
Oh, great.
She's friends
great.
Yep.
I swear to God.
And then the one up in the top right corner, supposedly she's got her tires slashed and she's getting threats and all kinds of crazy stuff. And
yeah,
fuck out of here. That's some bullshit. I'm just gonna go ahead and say it. Nobody's fucking slashing your tires. Nobody's fucking threatening you. Fucking stop.
The rift is
Why
real.
would anybody be doing that for a missing 15-year-old fucking kid?
Right.
Stop that shit.
And she's also the one that had that 3-hour phone call with Chris and leaked that.
Great.
And she did it for Nina.
Yeah, she's another. They
The
said
ex-wife.
she's another nutter. That's what the Lola said. She's another nutter.
Yeah, nutter butter.
And please let this be a lesson to future families, or if you happen
Yeah.
to see these people getting involved with future families, show them this live. Do
Mhm.
yourself a favor, screen record this live. And then if you come into a family, if you come across a family that's about to go to one of these fools or use this PI person, you can show them what they've done in the past. This is the circus it turns into.
Yeah.
You need to be proactive.
I mean, like they're all working together. They're all fucking pushing, each other to push an agenda to get views. And honestly, it's a circus. It's an absolute circus. The clown car is Smiley's fucking channel right now, and all these fucking people are trying to stuff themselves on this panel to make sure that they get their names out there. Yep. And it's so ridiculous because in the end of the day, Smiley should be ridiculed for being trolled by some rando on the internet. And then instead of possibly ending the live stream, kind of like saying to herself, oh shit, maybe I should just fucking Seth went off, not a good thing, maybe just do like a quick one. She immediately tries to get him back up there, tries to make up like shit, tries to go after fucking Seth for a moment until Seth jumps back up. Because I saw it coming. She was gonna bring up some bullshit about Seth. She was gonna be like, oh, you got all these criminals around you, all these criminals. And I was like, oh, we know what time it is. She's turning. She's getting mad. And then he came up, and then suddenly they resolved it a little bit, But believe me, Smiley's gonna remember that. They're all gonna remember that, Seth. Yeah, they're coming for you, just like that. I said before, but you don't want to listen. You want to play games. Fantastic, brilliant.
Welcome to Thunderdome. Tragedy, YouTube tragedy pimp versus TikTok tragedy pimp.
Yeah,
and in the center round.
That chat reminded me of the movie The Godfather when when the 5 families get together, the heads of the 5 families get together.
The heads of the 5 tragedy pimps get together. The tragedy. No, it actually reminds me. You know what it really reminds me of? What was that Jersey? When all the families met in Jersey and they were all being chased by the FBI and they all had to escape.
I don't remember what movie that was.
I beat him. My brain is mush at this point. From the bullshit that transpired last night, I was able to pop in for a few seconds, but I had the spottiest spot in the building for Wi-Fi, so I finally just had to close it. So sounds like you guys did a good job at reviewing that bullshit.
Yeah, let me see. What was it? I'm trying to remember. It was like a big mafia trend. What was it like? Oh yeah, it was like 1973. Yeah, it was that one. Okay. It was like when 170. No, it might have been that one. I don't know, but it was basically something where all the mob bosses met up in this house in Jersey, and someone alerted them. I don't know if it was from a movie or if that was an actual historical event, because I remember it was in that movie. That psychiatrist, that movie where the guy talks to a psychiatrist?
Oh, The Sopranos?
No, the other one. Something else. But yeah.
Of course, you're going to refer to a movie that's 51 years old.
Right.
It wasn't 50 years old. It was in the 90s. But it's all the.
It was 1973, B. Tim. That's definitely in the 50s now.
Okay, I'm forgetting about that. Yeah, true.
It's older than I am. Damn. What a fucking shit show.
Oh, yeah.
And this all at the expense of this little boy. And I'm telling, I fully believe, in my opinion, from where I stand in my perspective, I believe that they have used all of these other cases, Summer Wells, Quentin Simon, Kylie Rodney, Gabby Petito. I believe that they've used it as a training ground, and now look at what they've gotten to. They got them boots on the ground. They got them they got them searching, they got raising funds, we got divers, we got PIs and army people asking for, or military people asking for boats and drones, and we got liquor cabinet dogs, and I mean, what else can come in?
Oh, she was in the chat too, complaining about nonsense, talking about her and how she is having a hard time dealing with that. And everybody was, oh, you poor thing, blah, blah, blah.
Oh,
and it's like,
are
you
you
know what?
kidding
If you're
me?
military, aren't you a
Yes.
little tougher than that?
Thank you, Chiefy.
I mean,
thank you.
Yeah, analyze this. That was the movie. Thank you, Stitching.
Analyze this. Okay. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, heaven forbid someone criticizes you for your shitty behavior. Oh my God. No,
Yeah.
Oh my God. Heaven forbid that.
Well, the thing is about her is I just don't think she's, I don't think she's trained enough, or not trained enough, but she just hasn't experienced enough to do this. And yeah.
Hey, KDK. Well, here, I'll either make your day worse or better. Did you know the average person eats 8 spiders a year? Well, now you do. Most of them you eat in your sleep.
Shush. Yeah, that's why that saying is why on what was it? Oh, Raising Hope or whatever it was called, that show. And that one woman, she wore the nylon over her head when she'd sleep.
KDK just came in and said, "Oh my God, I think I just ate a bug." Well,
I just can't believe like these people are literally on a live stream admitting to leaking calls and like manipulating and fabricating drama and all this shit. And I'm just sitting here. I'm like, are you? And no one blinks an eye about this. Like,
no, they think it's all okay. It's just another day on YouTube.
Yeah, I just don't get it. I just don't get like how anyone thinks this is like a really good call to basically admit this, that you're
They're proud of it.
Yeah, you're recording your conversations, you're releasing it, you're like using it as blackmail material. So like apparently according to the Trev guy, and you're just crazy to me. And you're all sitting here thinking it's a great idea. It's fantastic.
Yeah, they want everybody to know that they leaked the calls because they're proud of that. They want everybody to know that they were the one that had it.
No offense, if I was friendly with any of you people and I found out you're recording your calls, that would be the end times. I would be like, no, I am not talking to you people again. You people are rats.
Right.
okay, so this is not a 3-ring circus. This is a 5-ring circus, and they have the clowns, and they have all of the animals, the lions and the tigers and the bears. Oh my, those are the tragedy pimps. And they've got the vendors, and they've got the elephant rides, and they've got the carnival. I mean, this is like the mega circus.
Yeah, and the problem is, it's like, you know, some people get like, they see their numbers sometimes, and like some legitimate people actually go on their channel and they think, oh, these are legitimate true crime channels. No, they're not. They're not, in my opinion. They are not.
And in the center ring,
I mean, like, realistically, none of these people, all these people are just the same fucking tune. We're going to grab a case that has a lot of public interest. We're going to just we're going to report on it just like that. And then when we run out of facts, we're going to create drama. We're going to create bullshit. But then we're going to bitch about the other channels reviewing us because of it. Because, you know, heaven forbid anyone actually reviews us and actually criticizes us for our terrible fucking behavior. Oh, poor me. And then if that doesn't work, they'll cry about it. But if that doesn't work, this is, you're taking attention from some so-and-so, you know, insert child's name, because they do the same fucking thing every single child they do, or person. And it says you're taking and they use it as like a shield for the criticism. And it's like, no, you can't do that. You can't create drama between families, create this whole bullshit, and think you could just hide behind, you know, the insert kid there to do that.
Be Tim, obviously you can, because look at these guys, and they push people from one chat to another chat to another chat to another chat. Like they've all, like, this is a conglomerate over here. It's like it's the Tragedy Pimp franchise.
Well, and look at how fast they turned on Seth in that chat. I mean, once he started bitching about Trevor Lee, they all, including Smiley, all turned on him just quicker than shit, boy.
And that's how they are, man.
Yeah.
And I told him that, and that's why he probably jumped back in, because probably Tony Mathis was probably like shitting a brick when he saw the chat, and that's how it goes. That's how quick it can go. And you don't realize, and this guy's he just jumped on. He doesn't realize that any day.
We Frosty, are you up here, baby? Is this you?
It's me, no PP.
Okay.
We Frosty.
I only crashed for a little minute just to sort of dovetail in from what we were talking about last night and what's going on now, because we're at level 6 madness, I think, at the moment.
Oh, it's DEFCON 6. Like, we're total.
Oh,
well,
absolutely.
Like,
These
this is
people-
code brown.
It feels like they've been like, well, we could go out this weekend, or we could all go on YouTube. And here we are, everybody. Isn't it great? But yes,
I went out today. I went out.
Good.
Nope. I'm so
So
lost.
did I. I went outside too. Outside is
Good for
nice for
you.
once over
Outside was
here. I was
beautiful.
very excited about that.
I know I'm going to be traveling the next 2 days. I'm going to be Sunday and Monday. I'm going to be completely out of the loop by Tuesday.
I'll write
See,
you a
that's a
dissertation.
glorious
It'll be
thing.
fine.
So y'all behave in the next 2 days so that, I don't miss anything.
I'll write you a dissertation. It'll be fine.
Well, the rest of Jen McCabe's testimony is on Tuesday, so you better hurry up.
Yeah, I know. I'm coming. I'm going to be back I'm coming back Monday night, so I'll be ready for Tuesday morning.
Yeah, and also I got an interesting reading on Monday. A very interesting reading. Very interesting.
Dun dun dun.
Dun, 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 dun.
Look at us all going outdoors and being adults.
I know.
Oh, I'm not going outside. But
Being
Not going
adults.
I ain't going outside, but
Listen, if I lived in a concrete jungle, I wouldn't go outside either. I'd be scared to death.
no, I meant by the Monday one. I'm like, I'm not going outside for that reading. What do you think? I'm going to be like in a Shakespearean play in the middle of fucking Central Park? To be or not to be, the lawyer.
Go find some small guys that feed the pigeons and play chess with them, Tim. You might enjoy it.
You have a very stereotypical thought process of New York City park systems. Okay.
I'm sorry. I guess I might have watched one too many TV shows.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Talking of TV shows, film production, and the like. You see
yes.
what I did there? You see what I did? You
That
see
was
what
a
I did?
great segue. Hey, Queen, did you Oh yes, we could do fireworks. Did you see what we just put in the back chat, Queen?
Nuds. I put
yeah, I
a
fucking
selection
did.
of
Are
all
you
my
kidding
nuts.
me? Are you
No,
fucking
ma'am.
kidding me?
Tell me I
Do
wasn't
not
right.
promote that. Do not promote that.
No, ma'am. No, ma'am. But
Right?
tell me I wasn't
no.
fucking right.
Definitely not promoting it. It was just the timing of which it was.
Yeah.
Very
Oh yeah.
curious.
Yeah. After yesterday and now today. Oh yeah. Okay. All
Fucking
right.
called
I see
that.
Wow. God damn.
I think it was meant to originally be, 2 hours ago, I think, but then with all of the other stuff that was going on, a reschedule happened. So it was interesting.
Brilliant.
So yeah, I thought I would share that little nugget with you. I thought you would enjoy that.
Wow. Yeah, I see what's going on.
Mhm.
Oh boy. Wow, just wow.
Yep.
Thank
Lots
you.
of
You
wow.
took the words out of my mouth.
Holy shit. All right, shall we play the rest of this real quick?
Okay, I'm going to drop down again, though, because you know me, I talk too much. So goodbye, everybody. Bye.
See you later.
Just, I don't think there's any reason to be mad at Trevor about that, though. Really, honestly, not about that. I mean, I don't know if there's other things going on that they're mad about.
Yeah.
But that specifically, I don't think that it's any reason to be mad at Trevor.
Yeah. I'm just wondering, because even if Seth gave it to Trevor, he shouldn't be mad at Trevor. I'm curious.
It sounds like he's more upset that his mom was sent the clip too, no?
But I don't think it's the same clip.
I think it is.
It is, yeah.
Yes.
I think.
Okay.
But no, I just, you know, things have transpired and more about that has come out. But I'm not really sure why it's such a big focus. I'm not really sure why we're getting so caught up on it.
Yeah. And yeah.
I mean, so I don't know what Tony's position is, what he's called. I'll just say PR. So the PR was leaking this as well.
I don't want to use the word leak, Justin, because I don't feel that way. He gave it to Seth.
Okay.
Yeah,
I thought you gave it to Seth. I'm confused now.
I didn't give it to Seth.
She
neither
said
Chloe
Okay.
or I gave it to Seth.
All right. Okay. I'm gonna leave that at the door because this is not my panel, and I'm gonna respect that.
No,
so one of the two of you gave it to Tony.
Well, that's what I was trying to figure out, because like in fact, just a while ago, I was going through my emails trying to see if I actually sent it to Tony, which again, I'm not really sure.
Heather, is it? Oh, that's you. You're up. I thought that was the other girl. I'm still looking at you. You're still trying to come up, and you're here. I thought it was Chloe. I don't know why I was thinking that. I was fixing to tell her to come up. She wanted 2 cents. No.
Well,
but how did if you or Chloe didn't give it to her, well, what about Tracy? Could Tracy have given it to her?
No, Tracy hasn't done. No, she doesn't do anything without clearing it with me first. Yeah, she signed a NDA for me. She don't do anything without.
Well, here's the bottom line: the call, it should have never happened anyway, because Chris, that should have never happened. It should have never even happened, because all the information was out there before y'all even went on panel at Web Sleuths.
Right, and that's what I was trying to explain to you.
I know. So all that should have never even come to that. It's just crazy. All of it's just crazy.
I do have one question for you, Heather, because this has been stewing in my head, and it comes from that conversation to where he was upset about Katie's family's information, which we already knew, which was already shared. In relation, the only thing out of that 3-hour phone call or the live that triggered him was Chloe talking about how people physically came to her that saw his mom parked at Washrooms.
Yeah.
I think it's a deflection of direction, but that was just my speculation. I just wanted to know your thoughts on that, because that's how I took it.
I will tell you this, that, and this is not just this case, it's just a general statement, but when people get particularly triggered by certain subjects, those tend to be the subjects that I zone in on.
Yep.
And that's why I've been seeing this as a deflection of making you focus on one thing that they're upset about. In reality, out of that whole interview, there was one.
Katie K, thank you for gifting 10 memberships, love. I appreciate that. I didn't even see it down here. Keep it moving. Gifted 5 memberships too. Thank you so much, love. I appreciate that. If you guys got one, please make sure you tell them thank you.
Oh, by the way, Queen, I'm gonna skedaddle. Gotta get ready for bed. Good talk.
Oh yeah, you say you're up late. Shoot.
Good night, B-Tim.
You guys have a
Good
good
night.
one.
See you later, baby.
Bye.
Good night, B-Tim.
Yeah, there's a lot of deflecting and word salad going on for sure.
Particular part that really made a trigger person being triggered very.
Okay, let me see. How many of y'all have heard the leaked call? Let's
I have
see
no
here. We'll do
idea.
a poll. We'll do a poll real quick. How many have heard the leaked call? That's what we're gonna do, so we can find out how many of y'all have heard the leaked call.
So,
if I remember correctly, the leaked call wasn't that bad, was it?
No, I didn't think so.
But I don't know.
Wouldn't the person that leaked the call or recorded the call be like the person that would be to blame for this? Because the moment that you record the call, that shows you have intent for some reason.
Well, it was between Heather, the one speaking, and Chris Proudfoot.
And she's a PI. I imagine she records everything.
Yeah.
Well, is this the call that was released like the same day as Chris's court case?
Yep.
Yeah.
Jesus fucking Christ. Now the pieces of the puzzle are coming together. Oh, these guys are all fucking dirty.
So yeah, if you haven't, we're gonna wait for the poll real quick and see the poll, and then check this out. We'll find out who's seen it and who hasn't. You know what I mean?
This is so wrong. All for the do-gooding of a missing child, leaking calls, recording calls, PI is stepping down. So wrong.
And when Sebastian comes back, he's going to see all this. Or he might be watching it now.
That's what I was just going to say, Cheesy. How do we know that the person, okay, so let's say he was lured away. Wild speculation, right? It's wild, crazy speculation Saturday. Let's say that this child was lured away. What happens if the person that has him or that he's with is showing him this shit? Look, they don't really care. They'd rather worry about the drama than finding you.
Right.
Stranger fucking things have happened. Again, this is a moment of wild speculation, but it's one of the crazy thoughts that I have while I spend a lot of miles on the highway.
Or seeing how much drama this is causing between the parents and making him feel guilty and scared to come back.
Yeah, he could be real scared to come back, and that's fucked up, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, what happens if he's like, oh my goodness, look at the mess that it's made. They're never going to love me. Like, this is so wrong.
Okay, so you guys have not heard the call. So let's see how many people have not heard it. Let's see. Yes, 49%. No, so about half and half. Okay, so we'll play the call then. We'll play the call. Then you guys can decide what you think. Let's see how many people we got in chat. About 500. Okay. We'll see.
Might as well play it.
Go vote, and we'll just play it. Otherwise, we'll just do that here.
Noticeable. Not so eloquent with my.
But the call is between Chris Proudfoot and Heather, who's on the panel right below Smiley. That's who the call is between.
It's
wild. Now, but if that makes sense.
Right. And I'm not investigating this case currently, but just from a general standpoint, I think that, when somebody's particularly upset about a specific subject, then that's where, and I think law enforcement is smart enough to know that as well.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. I don't know, Justin. What do you think?
Someone said Josh said Seth gave it to him and he leaked it. They had a conversation, unless that was a joke. Josh said it right on it. Josh said Seth gave it to him and Josh said he leaked it. He said he leaked and that's true. Josh said he leaked. Well, I know you don't like the word, Heather. I'm sorry, but Josh said he put it out there.
I just don't like the word leaked when we're talking about Tony giving it to Seth, because it's not a leak when it went to the client.
Oh, sure.
Well,
okay.
first of all, I was blamed for this shit by you, Heather. Remember?
Yeah, we did talk about that
And
because
we had a conversation, and I know
right.
what that conversation was.
Yeah, and then I deleted because when it came out, when I got the message, it was Terry Lynn just leaked the audio, and I didn't, I mean that was how it was sent to me. So
I don't know Tony. I do not know Tony.
Correct.
I don't know Tony. And that was never out of your. That was not what was said. So I want to take that off the board quick.
I'm sorry. What? What do you mean? I don't understand.
Well, you're saying that what I'm saying is that's not who you said to me, and that's where I'm going to leave it.
Correct, because when I talked to you, I didn't even know Tony had it, and we were at the point that was very early on that I talked to you. It was before we had gotten to the bottom of anything. So at the point that I talked to you, I think all I knew was that Seth had it and sent it to Nina, but I didn't even know.
Well, when I'm getting stuff that's an unknown thing, and it wasn't Seth, then how the hell? This don't make any sense. Just saying. I'm gonna leave it at that.
I think it makes perfect sense, actually.
I don't think that man does not have my number. He don't know. I don't know him.
Well,
and this shit was blamed on me.
Josh said
initially it was blamed on you, but I mean that was just because it was. I didn't even realize it came out on the lab first. I just got a message that Terry Lynn just leaked the audio, and I didn't even that's all I knew initially was that you were playing it. I didn't even know it had been out before that at that time.
Josh said he put it out, but he said he didn't put it. He didn't give it to Seth's mother, so someone else did that.
This shit apparently was on Twitter and in a Facebook group as well.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, honestly,
no, that is exactly what come forward, and I guess I was the last one to actually get it.
Yeah, I just don't think I don't think it really matters that much. I think we're getting really caught up on it, and it's just not that important. I mean, Seth got it and he sent it to somebody. Tony had it. Who knows at that point? All I know is that up to that point, it didn't get leaked.
Well, Heather, so I just want to know
She says leaked,
okay, so you said you was working for Seth, but were you, and so you worked really hard to make a rapport with Chris and them.
And she said she didn't like the word leaked, but she just used the word leaked again.
Correct.
So is that normal?
Absolutely. If you're a PI and you're investigating a case, then you need to be able to, especially one like this, you need to be able to talk to everybody. And from the very beginning, Seth wanted me to communicate with them and to be able to talk to them. And so that was a major hurdle because our very first encounter was quite confrontational. Mm-hmm. They were all confrontational up till about the very end.
Trev Time says Tony told me I'd be framed for it, and that's what happened.
Tony told him he would be framed for it.
Yeah.
And Trev Time wasn't, because I wouldn't even know how to reach this guy. And this is just crazy.
But I just don't even understand. I don't even understand why it's such a big deal. I don't understand why.
I think it's because Trevor's getting
blamed
a lot
for
of flack. Yeah.
But I mean blamed for it. Like who? Look, if Seth, how do I say this? If Seth would send it to Nina and it would become public information, then at that point that it becomes court record, it would be public information. So anybody could have gotten it. So the idea.
So you recorded it, Heather, and then gave it to Seth, and Seth gave it to the lab and other people, Tony and other people.
We're forgetting that Heather had a partner named Chloe, and they just tied Chloe and the T kid together.
Trevor.
Yeah. So how do we know that they're not all passing shit around in the back on the backside? We know how
I think
works.
they are. Brianna says here with the $10 super sticker, she says that means two things. One, Heather has Terry Lynn's phone number. Two, Seth doesn't. Terry Lynn had a copy of that phone call, or Heather wouldn't have thought she could have leaked it at all.
Correct.
Boom, baby.
Yep.
And then Rage Quiz says somehow it got to Seth's mom first.
And let's not forget, Chris. Everybody just glossed over the fact that they said Seth gave that to Nina. Why would he give that recording of Chris Proudfoot
for court?
Exactly. Right.
Because he's trying to screw Chris.
Exactly. That's what I was.
He's been trying to do it the whole time. That's why he keeps putting this crap out about them too.
Wow.
Because he's hoping that when Sebastian comes home, that Chris and Katie are not going to be able to have him back ever. I guarantee that's what he's thinking.
Oh, this is so wrong.
Of it being leaked, you know, at that point, anybody, it's the point is moot. I mean, it really is, because at the point that it became public information, then it's really not sensitive, is it?
Well, I think it has more of the principle of malicious intent behind some creators that really put their all into it. I think that's the bottom line on why people are so upset on that. But I think Seth is more upset that because that would be like somebody blaming it on you, and your hands are clean. And you don't have a track record of doing A, B, and C, but yet you get a lot of hate because you know how social media will go. One hit, everybody jumps on like a pack of dogs.
I mean, it's kind of like I've seen Heather say, like, she has to come out and make a statement because now it's putting her, or something to that effect in the Facebook group, because now it's putting her license at stake or something. I mean, it's kind of the same way because, you know, I mean,
it could have if somebody from, like, say Tracy, if Tracy had done that, then I could be in big trouble for that, you know, because the moment that my client sends it to somebody else and it becomes public record, then it's my license is no longer in danger, because the only person I owe a duty of confidentiality to is my client. So if my client is sending it out, then that confidentiality was not broken and I'm not at risk.
Oh, are you trying to create plausible deniability?
Yeah, I was just gonna say that's kind of what it sounds like. Wing Zero gifted 10 membership. Thank you so much, baby. I appreciate you supporting the Hive. If y'all get one, make sure you tell her thank you. It's really sweet of you, Wing. Yeah, that's what it sounds like to me. That's what it sounds like to me.
She out here creating a narrative that, well, you know, once it becomes public record, anybody could have gotten it then. Yeah, problem is that I think the call was leaked.
She's thinking she can't be blamed for it because, you know, patient-client confidentiality. She didn't break it. She gave it to Seth, and Seth broke it.
Right.
How did Terry Lynn get the call if Seth and her something's up?
Right. But I mean, the same thing kind of goes for Trev Time or anybody else. You know, Trev, me, anybody. I mean, you shouldn't have to feel blackmailed in this case to either step back or step down because somebody don't like something or don't want you searching or snooping or doing this. You know, I mean, it's the same thing.
I don't know. Heather may have not been. She may have not known.
No, I'm not saying her. I'm just saying.
No. What I'm saying is, did you see what happened earlier on here?
I did.
Okay,
I got a Facebook message. The message was actually that Seth was bashing us, and I was like, "What?" So I jumped on, and so yeah, I caught the very end of it. But
hey,
no,
hold on a
obviously he was
second,
not
guys.
bashing us, and
I have
that
a
was
question.
cleared up.
So she's saying that once, you know, that Seth is her client, but if Seth were, it wouldn't be a problem if Seth gave Seth's recording of the phone call to the court. Seth ended up giving Nina her recorded phone call from the court. So the only person that could have leaked the audio would be this person. It's her call. She's the one that recorded it. If she didn't give it to anybody, it wouldn't have gotten out. This bitch is out here setting a narrative trying to cover her ass. This is CYA.
Exactly.
And supposedly she's the girl that found the pants too. Yeah, I'm not buying that.
Yeah,
right,
Terry Lynn is.
Here, we'll just do this real quick.
She also said that she had to go back through her emails and stuff to see who she sent it to. She knows damn well who she sent it to. Are we on hold?
Yeah, I'm switching over.
Sorry.
That's okay. I'm going to the call real quick. We're going to go to the call.
What was the poll results?
Let's see here. We are at basically 200 votes, and it's 50-50. Yes and no.
Sweet.
Have you heard the lead call between Heather and Chris Proudfoot? 50% said yes. 51% said yes. No says 49%. So it's 50-50 at 200.
Okay, so have you heard it, Queen? Have you heard it, Queen?
Yep.
Cheesy, have you heard it?
Yeah.
I played it on here. I played the call on here.
Oh, then maybe I
played
have.
it once.
Maybe I have then.
Yeah, I played it one time already, so.
Kitty's passed.
All right, ready? I'm going to turn it on and go.
Okay.
Said she has it, but she wasn't going to release it. It caused a fucking door. Now everybody went out there and got it and released it.
Oh, she said Katie's mom's name?
She didn't say the name. She just insinuated she had the information.
I mean, we do have the information, but
Yeah, and let me tell you what that gets started. Now all that information is out in the fucking open. And somebody better at fucking explain to me very god quickly, preferably her,
I had, yeah,
that had any god thing to
no idea.
yeah, because I'm gonna
Because
tell
I
you
don't know what was said.
better find a way to stop it.
Where's that?
Nothing. It's everywhere, all over the fucking internet, that people have released on these stupid ass shows and all these fucking Facebook things.
Okay.
It was never out there until that bitch opened her fucking mouth.
Okay, well, I haven't been looking at it today or really yesterday, so I don't know what's out there.
I'm
I'll have to look
telling
for
you, I am being very polite as.
So this is Heather, the one that you were just listening to on Smiley's. This is
Yeah.
her on the call with Chris Proudfoot. And they're talking about Chloe being on Web Sleuths, talking about Katie's mother. When it came out about Katie's mother and his mother and all that. That's what he's upset about.
I remember this now. I apologize that I'm
slow. Yes, that's exactly what's going on with this call.
As I could possibly be to her.
Mm-hmm.
If she don't find a fucking way to fix it, I promise her I am not going to be so god pleasant when I see her.
Okay.
And I will bring the fucking cops with me.
All right. Well, I'll talk
And
to
I don't
her.
care
I mean,
how she takes that. I don't care how she takes it. I really don't give a god what I have to fucking do. But I can promise you, there's a difference in helping find Sebastian and just being a stupid.
okay. Well, let me ask you something just for a second. Like, are you sure it was her and not like one of these sleuthers or something? Because
No,
other
it's
people
her on the show. It is her.
Okay, because there's other
I think
people
it was
that are
on
digging.
or Sleuth, whatever that woman's name is.
Web sleuths.
Yeah, whatever. It was on that fucking show.
But I don't see. I can't see Chloe just giving out that information though.
She did, you're missing my statement.
Okay.
I didn't say she gave the information out. I said she made a statement that she had it and wouldn't fucking release it. That right there was a trigger to start this fucking storm. When she shouldn't have opened her fucking mouth in the beginning. I don't know what kind of fucking PI or whatever the fuck she thinks she is or how she does this. But if she needs a fucking education and schooling on being a PI, I guarantee you I'll find somebody who is truly a PI and let them school the fuck out of this woman.
All right. Well, let me try to figure it out because I know neither her or I have given out any of Katie's information.
It's not giving it out. Yeah. All you have to do is start one sentence. I have the information. I'm not going to release it. She started a story.
Actually,
she better figure out how to fix it.
You know, something else I'll tell you, there was a woman that reached out to me that before I had ever even, before I ever knew anything about Katie's family or past or whatever, there was like this random woman, like sleuther, that reached out to me with like some of Katie's family's names and whatever. Like, I will say that she was wrong about, she was talking about Penny Payne, and she thought there's a Penny Payne that runs like some sort of
Penny Irene Payne or some shit.
Yeah, I don't know.
Some medical place or something.
Yeah, it was the wrong Penny Payne, but she had the right names.
She has the right names. Just
the wrong people.
Katie Lynn Payne.
Yeah.
Who supposedly murdered a 4-year-old.
Right, exactly. And that's the problem with a lot of the sleuthers, is that they get a name and then they find somebody with that name and they run with it. That happens a lot.
The worst part, and that's fine. That's understandable. Personally, I think everybody starts looking for shit.
Yeah.
Ain't even worth the fucking bacteria of the foam that forms on the fucking worst form of bacteria on Earth. That's what I truly feel.
Yeah, I feel you. I hear you. I can feel it through the phone.
Oh, trust me. Chloe's lucky I'm not standing in front of her. Like I said, I will bring the fucking cops when I see her.
Okay, well.
And it was more my protection than hers. Because right now, you can inform her. She fucking calls me, says my fucking name, anything of that fucking nature involving Katie or me or anybody else, I'm going to slap out of her with the same fucking thing I told you. I'll cease and desist letter and then let her open her fucking mouth one more time. And then I've got.
Now, mind you, this took place after. Okay, so there was an interview done on a channel called Web Sleuth. Web Sleuth is Trisha. She did a interview on there, and she was talking to Chloe. Now, here, matter of fact, I'll just click over real quick. So this is it. This is the interview on Web Sleuth, and it says our guest is Chloe, PI for Sebastian Rogers. Tips: call 1-800-TBI-FIND, or the Sumner County Sheriff's Office gives the number. Okay, so here's Trisha, and she's talking to Chloe. Chloe's down here at the bottom. That's who Chris is talking about. This is the interview that he's talking about, and this is the interview that he's so fucking mad about. And when I tell you he's pissed, he's fucking pissed.
Which I don't blame him. They were totally attacking him that night.
Yeah, and for those of y'all who have not seen this, I will drop it in the chat real quick. I'll drop the link in the chat, and you guys can go back and watch this, and then you'll understand why Chris is so fucking pissed off in this call.
About her dead rights.
I think that's
I'm trying to be as civil as possible.
Isn't that the only interview she's even done? I don't think she's.
I don't fucking know.
Yeah,
I don't care. She's not my PI. She's not. Still fucking mean a god thing to me. She was on fire. I wouldn't on her to put her out.
Well, I mean, it's not like Katie, or I said Katie. It's not like Chloe, because she's very private. Like, I'm more public than she is. I mean, you know that.
I promise you. Go back and watch that fucking video. Go watch that fucking interview.
I mean, I was watching it. I know what she said, but
she ain't fucking careful. She's fucking sloppy.
Whoa.
Let me talk to her. I don't even know. Actually, I do know.
I ain't trying to be a to her, but if she ain't got the fucking audacity to give me a working fucking phone number, she better not fucking reach out to me. And that Google ain't a fucking true number.
That's the same number that Seth has, though. I will tell you that.
Yeah, I'm not Seth. I have the balls and the fucking spine to call people out on.
Just don't take it personal, because she doesn't give her personal phone number out to anybody. I mean, like, only, you know, like, I had it from like a previous case that we worked together, but she's very private about her personal information.
Okay.
I don't know. Anyway, I don't know what to say. I feel bad. Like, I know Chloe, and I know that she's not, you know, that's not her style. But I mean, I get it.
Maybe her head's so fucking twisted because she's too emotionally involved or personal involvement with Seth. I don't fucking know. And I'm not saying a relationship.
Yeah, no.
Didn't say that.
No,
but whatever the fuck it is, she better God can figure it out and redial herself the fuck back in.
Yeah. I mean, I know, like, and I think I told you this before, like, she's more focused on the search side of things. You know, that's been.
And what the fuck is this on these goddamn interviews?
Yeah, I mean, it's just the one that I know of. But I mean, I'm not trying to, like, I don't know. I mean, I have to try to defend her a little bit, because I mean, I know that she's not a person that like shares personal information or private information.
She didn't have to. She insinuated she had the information. She wasn't going to release it. She started a fucking fire store.
What was the purpose of making that statement, knowing full good and well that the
trust me, Seth can have his fucking PIs. I don't need PIs.
See, and actually, as we're speaking,
it sends me all this shit for no fucking reason.
As we're speaking, I just got a message from a web sleuther that I don't even know. I don't even know their name. They go under a pseudonym, and they're sending me a picture of Katie's mom, and I don't know how they found that out. Like, I didn't tell. They're telling me, like, I don't know.
Causing problems or leads that have already been run down.
Like, these web sleuthers, like, I mean, they are like that 99.9% of the time, but they're pretty good at finding. And some of these people are just doing it on their own.
Yes, I know. That's one thing. She opened her mouth, made the statement. She's the catalyst to the fucking storm that is now brewing.
Yeah.
It doesn't take much. I could go out there, open my mouth, say one fucking word, and I could almost break the fucking internet. Look what I did the other night when I got on that show. When you said I wanted on the show, that almost broke the fucking internet.
Yeah. And that's mainly because up until that show, like you and Katie both were pretty reserved about anything that you were saying. And that was like the one time that you just kind of went berserk.
No, that's the one time I went out there and stated the fucking facts.
Yeah.
I didn't go berserk.
Well,
Now they've dug in.
No, I'm fucking pissed. There's a difference in berserk, stupid, psychotic, and every other adjective if you want to add into it.
Yeah.
I'm neither of those.
no, but I'm just
just
saying you
very
said a whole
pissed
lot
off.
more than you normally say. And
Yeah.
so
I did, and I had every fucking right to say what I said. Nothing I said was false. Nothing.
I didn't say it was. I don't think anything you said was false.
I don't know. Yet.
But well, let me make a phone. Actually, I know I'm not going to be able to get a hold of her right now. I'm not going to be able to get a hold of her till this evening.
And by the way, I sent a message to Seth. Once again, he wants to talk about not responding or whatever. I got in touch with Tony. We talked to Tony. That probably ain't happening. Got in touch with the dog handler. Guess what? That ain't happening either. And that ain't even on my decision because Seth doesn't know how to open his fat fucking mouth and give everybody the truth. But what he does know, he didn't want to tell nobody, thinking that everybody's going to be sure sympathetic to his bull. When I told her exactly how many dogs, where they all went, what they've all done, she's like, there's nothing I can really do or offer at this point other than to assist in a search if needed.
Yeah.
Once we did and starts talking.
Oh, so you did actually talk to her?
Oh, yeah. Talked to her for over an hour and I think a half
Oh, okay. That's good.
last night.
That's good.
So once again, your client.
Mhm.
Is that
I haven't even talked to Seth since last night. He told me to take a break a couple days ago. He told me to take a break. So
Yeah, how convenient.
yeah, so I don't know. I gathered now. This is just me assuming. So we know how that goes. I may be way off, but I feel like it had something to do with his conversation with Bobby Simmons because Bobby has started communicating with him again instead of going through me. So that line of communication's opened back up, and I don't know.
We'll see for how long.
Yeah.
We will see. I promise you, if Bobby told Seth anything of what he's told us, Seth opens his fucking mouth, I promise you, it won't ever open again.
Well, I'm just as much in the dark right now about what's going on as anybody else. Like, I'm not getting updates. I have no idea. So, and that's what anybody who's reached out to me, I'm just like, I don't know. I don't know.
Well, you get in touch with Chloe?
What's that?
I said, when you get in touch with Chloe,
Mm-hmm.
I suggest you tell her to lose my fucking number.
Okay. Do I have to say
She
it?
does
Do I
not
have to
want to
say it
call
like
me.
that?
Sure. And you
Don't
can
really
tell her
wanna say it like that.
you can tell her those are my fucking words, not yours, mine.
Yeah. I kind of feel bad for Chloe right now.
Oh, I don't. When you're a fucking amateur PI and you do some stupid like she's done, you explain to me how anything, and I've even told you this, how the certain things that y'all have done on fucking YouTube and all this shit, how the fuck it does anything to help find Sebastian other than just put it out there. It doesn't.
Yeah.
It has left y'all down a what? Completely empty kid road.
Yeah.
I never did.
No, we never, obviously we haven't found him, so.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I got thinking about this the other night when you and I talked. And you said you don't want to sound like a liar or anything. You're right, you don't. And that's great. But now you got information out there that actually has absolutely fucking zero to do with anything.
I wasn't.
So there's no clues. There's nothing up to what y'all have released. And I'm just, got a friend of mine who is highly respected.
Cell phone, and then it's all video.
All of a sudden, he made a good point. And he told me that. And I was like, you know what? You're very valid on that. Very valid.
On what?
Information that's out there that actually has nothing to do with finding Sebastian.
Right. Well, like I said, it'll be this evening before I'll be able to get a hold of her. But
What purpose it serves to bring through with? Let's just be honest. I was violent. Violent. I don't understand why that needs to be.
Well,
yeah.
It is what it is.
Okay.
I got to get up and get ready to go to work.
All right. Bye.
I don't have my GoFundMe page to pay my bills.
Yeah. I know. Me neither. All right. Have a good day.
I like that one.
Yeah.
Listen, she didn't. We don't know if she told him that she's recording the call. Listen to the way she speaks during that call. And she damn well knew she was recording the call. And she knew that she would play it to Chloe. That's bullshit.
Yep. I like how he said, I don't have a GoFundMe to pay my bills.
Right. So that is the recorded call that they're talking about here.
You know, afterward, but
yeah.
So yeah, no, I mean, and that's the thing too. Like, I mean, I'm good with everybody. You know, I talked to Tony. I haven't talked to Chloe recently, but I think we're good. There's nobody that I have an issue with in all of this.
Yeah.
And I'd like to keep it that way.
Yeah.
But it's kind of difficult with things the way they are. But
yeah. I mean, I get that. I would like to stay on good terms with everybody. I mean, and same way, I mean, I can understand you. You're in a very delicate situation there.
Well, I guess I'm kind of not anymore because I'm not really even working the case at the moment. I'm still on standby if he needs me. But I guess his focus has shifted, and I do, like I said, I agree with the things that Tony has said to me in private conversation about, just getting everybody focused and getting everybody in their own lane. And, this person does this person does that. That's your assignment. Don't cross over in other people's lanes.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's a very intelligent way. Maybe he doesn't have experience in this type of work. I think we can all agree, with Riley Strain being his, or not, I'm sorry, not Riley Strain, Caleb Harris being his first case. He is new to the game, but we all have to start somewhere.
Yeah.
So, and his, what he has said to me makes sense. And I don't know. I mean, all that other stuff. Oh, my dog is going crazy. Hey, stop. Another dog was walking by the window. All this other stuff, I don't know. I don't want to comment on it. It is what it is. The public's, the majority, at least, they're intelligent people and they can figure things out on their own. And, everybody's entitled to their own opinions, but his ideas of how to straighten this case up, I don't think are really all that off.
Right. Yeah. Excuse me. I agree.
Whether he does it or somebody else does it, it doesn't really it needs to be done. Like, there needs to be a general, and there needs to be the people, this is how he said it to me. He's like, there needs to be a general, and then there needs to be a PI, and then there needs to be a SARTEC, and then, everybody needs to have their lanes, and they need to stay in their lanes.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I agree. There's too many hands in the fire.
Yeah.
Thing. So, yep. Let's see what it says. I think Seth is mad because someone sent it. Yeah, I agree. I mean, I think that's the big thing, what he was mad about, but thank you for that.
Trevor wouldn't do that. Trevor wouldn't do that.
No, I don't think Trevor would do that at all. Terry is biting her tongue. That's what somebody said. Terry can speak. Terry can speak. I think Smiley's never been so speechless in her life. I don't even know.
I'm drained.
I am too, actually.
Pimpin' be hard.
It's hard work being a tragedy pimp. But you notice when a while back she was saying something about how she had to judge with the call whether it was threatening to the point where she needed to get Ellie involved. I didn't hear one thing in that call that was threatening, that she would even have to question whether she needs to get Ellie involved or not. You know what I mean?
Cheesy, that could be the reason why. That could be the reason for the leak. Oh, I just felt like it was threatening.
Right.
I needed somebody else to listen to it.
Yeah. It wasn't threatening at all, I thought, because, well, like I said in the chat, if somebody's actually going to hurt somebody, they're not going to bring the cops with them like he said he was going to. You know?
trying to find this video. Nonsense was talking today about Trisha's live with the dog handler. So, you say cheesy, it was like 30 minutes in, right? Is that what you were saying? Something about she said something today about why the hell are we still doing this or something, and it was like 30 minutes in.
Yeah, it was about 30, almost 30 minutes in she started talking.
Yeah, it's got Trisha's interview. She's got her interview up. So I wasn't sure if she like went over her interview or.
Yeah. She went over the interview with that Julia or Jules or whatever her name is.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. She went over it, yes.
For Justice was the first to host her on panel. She called into Jay's
Okay, here she's gonna break it down for us real quick.
show. Then, well, after Julia is the one on the screen. That's this dog handler. Julia is 100% military and has trained dogs. Okay, I'll go that far. Julia is legit as far as being military and a dog handler. There's no question there. Steph is the dog handler with the complete fabricated stories about the private jet, the flying to Tennessee, the bloodhounds. She showed pictures of her dogs that were actually Chewy photos. She claimed that she was married to a law enforcement officer who'd been in law enforcement since he was 15 years old. Big difference here. Steph has disappeared and went away after she was exposed and hasn't came back. Creators ran with her bullshit, shamed the Proudfoots, did all this stuff. But Jules is the one that was actually in contact with Chris. She recorded a phone call with Chris Proudfoot. She was denied access to search their home because, as many of you know, the TBI has searched their home, their property, everything numerous times with canines. She was only denied access to their home and their property and his parents' home and property. She threw a fit. She went on all these panels talking about and saying all sorts of stuff, including Vinny's. She was in the comment section painting a narrative against Chris, saying all sorts of shit because she said she was offended. Well, then she said she learned her lesson after all this shit. She was in my chat as we were actively going over Steph's lies. She was warned. She was told all sorts of shit, what she was walking into. I tried to give her grace. I tried to help her. She went right in, jumped right on Jay for Justice panel with Steph, gave Steph credibility to her story. And then they ended it, claimed that they had just found out. Meanwhile, they already knew that Steph was full of shit. But there was a whole thing. And then a community post was made. And then Jay barely addressed it for 5 minutes about how Steph was a fraud. But Julia's legit. Julia's legit. All this shit. That's where we're at. Julia has gone on numerous panels, including Clue, Granny. I won't give her a link. It's not relevant because if she was really truly searching for Sebastian, none of this stuff would matter. She would just be searching for Sebastian like a professional would do. But here we are. So she has done these panel tours. She's been in all the comment sections of all the people spreading complete narratives on Chris and Katie, such as Brittany J, other people like that, to paint a narrative against Chris and Katie. She said she was going to stop doing that. She was going to go back to only talking about her dog handling, her dogs, searching, and this is where we're at today. So, although she is 100% military and has canines of some sort, this is too much. Way too much. I hope that gives a little bit better explanation of the background.
Where people either go missing or like coroners have told them like people are found here. And I'm not saying I hope that he's not in one of those locations, but I never thought of that before. And they reached out to me like, this is really cool. But I have Gator and Aura here with me. I'm currently sitting in my car right now because Howie's got like a zoo in his house basically. And if I were sitting in there talking, they'd be barking their heads off.
Oh, we love that though. That's part of our charm. Our animals drive us crazy. So, but that's okay. I understand.
Yeah, it's Trisha, it's gotten so bad to the point that somebody did some digging and found out that I run a nonprofit film production company. We haven't filmed anything since before COVID, and the message put on our page is like, any money we make goes right to veteran PTSD awareness, or Rescue 22 Foundation, which gives veterans a service animal. Like they train the service dogs and give it to veterans.
Okay, first and foremost, people didn't have to really dig. You wanted transparency. You told people that you were more than willing to be transparent about everything. You absolutely said you had nothing to hide. You were just in this for finding Sebastian because that was your goal. You told us to go look, to check your stuff. So you saying that people dug on you is a little misleading because you wanted people to verify that you were legit. We did that. I gave you your flowers right off the bat when I was calling Steph out. I separated you intentionally on purpose, giving you grace and the benefit of doubt because you are legit. So this whole thing of people dug on me and found my production company, that's a big piece of this. There's a missing child here. A 15-year-old named Sebastian Rogers from Hendersonville, Tennessee. You were denied access to their property in their home that law enforcement, EquiSearch, other places, real legit organizations. You have been Team Seth all along, which again, totally fine that you're helping a parent, but your bias is showing. So when you try to play the victim card right off the bat, I'm going to pull it right from you because you don't get a victim card in this. You told people to vet you. You asked people to vet you because you were in it for the right reasons. Remember? Okay, let's continue on. Dexter needs TRE take us.
But then I was also told by somebody else, well, we should be disclosed this information. But my response to that was, if I randomly threw this out there, it looked like it was self-promotion, which is what.
Well, that sounded terrible. I think it's cutting out real bad, but anyways, you pretty much get it. Didn't Chris tell Heather that Julia told him that there was no point in her coming? That was recorded about a week ago. Julia showed up the first time of the two, believe Chris the next day.
Oh, this is. I told last night. Listen. This just Spidey senses were tingling last night. Maybe it's because I've been a little removed from all of this, and checked out. But this last night, that was a bunch of bullshit, Queen. And it only seems to be getting worse.
Well, she was writing Smiley's chat complaining that Nonsense did that live about her, and yeah, she's been getting harassed about it.
Well, I mean, it's legit though. I mean, Nonsense is 100% correct.
Yeah, Nonsense is where I heard that this woman was legit. So that's why I'm glad Nonsense talked about this today, because and she did say that Nonsense did say she is legitimate. She has the military background. She was military police or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
She said all that checked out. I'm not sure how she checked her out. If she just looked her up on her LinkedIn page, which you create your own LinkedIn page, but I'm not sure how she checked her out. But
there's lots of ways. So
yeah, so I'm not sure about that, but I believe Nonsense when she says she checked her out, and I'm just glad that she went through it today and talked about it, because this girl thinks she's a victim and whatever.
Well, we did say last night both things could be true. So, I mean,
but she's been sitting here whining that Chris wouldn't let her on his property. Well, I don't blame him one bit.
That's the one that wanted access to the medicine cabinet because she believes it was a overdose, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, how's that going to prove it was an overdose?
That was my question too.
I mean,
like what?
And I'm sorry, but your job is to search for a kid, not investigate the crime.
I still go back to, if you've gotten that bias, that's what you're trying to do, is get into somebody's home in a medicine cabinet, and you're pissed off because nobody will let you out. You can misread the dog. You can give the dog, like, again, you can tamper with. It just is. It's so frustrating. And all of this, again, everybody says they come into it for the right reasons, but what's happening is this missing child is getting lost. Parents are being weaponized, and there are a lot of pockets that are getting lined, all on the premise of doing the right thing for this missing child. Gross.
Yeah, it's pretty sad.
Boy.
Yep.
Queen, I appreciate you going live tonight. I missed like I said, I missed the other earlier one, but I appreciate you going live and I appreciate you having me up.
Oh, she had to. That live was so good. She had to.
That live was fucking.
It was lit, man.
It was a shit show.
Well, I just really appreciate you guys. I don't know when I'll get to hang out because my life starts to get busy again. So I don't know, but I'll be around.
Hey, you said you're going to be here to take notes for me for the next 2 days.
Well, I will, but because I'm taking notes doesn't mean I can be on panel.
Right.
Unfortunately, like, I can keep an earbud in and keep notes, because otherwise my whiteboard and my timeline are going to get all out of sync, and then shit, I'm going to be so confused. I'll be thinking that be showing up in the wrong chats and shit.
Let's see.
This is gross.
Someone said, I personally would not allow random people to go through my home. That doesn't point to guilt, just protection from these people. Who knows what they will do?
Right.
Yeah,
They could plant anything.
I would not be letting none of these random people in my fucking in my fucking house. Hell no. No.
Especially if law enforcement's already done their thing at your home. You motherfuckers aren't nobody. You're not anybody. You are John and Jane Doe that are like John and Jane tampon. You're out here self-inserting. Knock it off. And for God's sakes, if you're the real deal, you're not on a fucking YouTube channel talking about an open, active, ongoing investigation. If you are, in my opinion, it's exploitation. Anyway. Thanks again for having me.
All right, baby.
I'm gonna go eat some macarons and read my book.
All righty, dear. Well, thanks for coming up.
We'll see you later.
Now,
bye, guys.
We'll talk to you later. Miss Cheesy, I appreciate you hanging out too. It's getting late, so I think I'm gonna go ahead and head to bed. It's 11:12 here, so.
Yeah, I got to get up early in the morning, so hit the open road.
I know it. I got stuff I got to get done tomorrow too. Dang it! But tonight's live, we had to come on. I said, "Oh shit!" She got stood up. What the hell's going on? Trevor snaps. He thinks he's getting blackmailed. Seth goes off. This is what the hell's going on. Shit done hit the fan.
Yeah, we couldn't miss this.
This was fan all over a troll account too. That's what the fucking part was.
I know. I know. I told everybody about that live, and I was like, well, then they're not coming. They're not coming. I'm like, well, damn, I feel bad now because she was trolled, and I told everybody to go look.
Oh, my God. You're right. You're like, I'm sorry I told everybody to go over there, and she got trolled. I was like, that ain't your fucking fault. But I mean, shit, we all knew something was going on when nobody showed up, and they didn't show up, and they didn't show up. And I was like, damn, it's been like, she's like, they said they'd be back in like 30 to 45 minutes or something. Then I looked at the thing. I'm like, is that the message? And the screenshot said up at the top, like, hey, can we come back in a half an hour? Why would they not just jump up right then and there if they was already on panel? You know, if they was already in chat.
Right.
Didn't make any freaking sense.
Well, I was lucky that T-Rev showed up in the chat because I'm sure he called them and told them, hey, they're waiting for you.
Right. Well, yeah.
Otherwise, we'd still be waiting for them to show up.
Hell no. All right. Well,
All right. Well, thanks for having me.
No problem. I appreciate you. Thanks for coming up and hanging out with me.
Yep. Have a good night. Bye, everybody.
We'll talk to you later, love. I appreciate you guys hanging out. Thank you guys for coming in and hanging out and listening to the shit show with me. It was kind of crazy. I almost kind of feel bad for Smiley that she got caught in the middle of all this shit. Because that was one heck of a shitstorm. Anyhow, though, I appreciate you guys hanging out. Thank you guys for supporting the Hive. As always, thank y'all for being here. And I will catch y'all on the flip side. You ain't got to go home, but you can't stay here, y'all. I'll see you tomorrow.